I started the channel Mean Girls or Sad Girls to document Allie Priestley, who started a parasocial cult and has a bunch of flying monkeys out attacking autistic creator after autistic creator while she's claiming autism. It's been quite a 2023. However, that channel then had Lucky Girls versus Mean Girls go down on it, had February 19th go down on it, had Titanic and Olympic happen. So that became my new baby, my new channel that is nothing, well, it's about Allie, but it's not about Allie. It's about the signs from the creator. So this channel got made. I can't even remember the seats of Jubilee Sees Lies, Jubilee's Receipts, something like that. Can't remember those seats of. Can't remember the name of. So anyway, cleaning my room today. Going to put up this content. This is my Mean Girls or Sad Girls. This is the video. So most of the content, the vast majority of the content is under the live banner because it is recorded live and put up live, unedited. But we are going to watch this ones today. The ones I decided, not all of them, of course, but starting with Allie's TikTok videos and whatever the first one is I put up. Let's see. We'll watch these in a while, and then we're going to go on to the Kyle Cease one. Jubilee and Allie put me in her most recent video on TikTok and got me even more involved than I'd already got myself into this CULT she has created upon TikTok. And I've been blocked by Allie. Allie is terrified of me. But turns out she has some followers who are deeply concerned about her and her behavior. So they sent me some videos, and I can't edit, so you're going to get the long form of this, but I'm figuring out how to re-upload it so it doesn't appear live, meaning just that it is on the first tab of the channel and not on the live tab. So the beauty of this is I'm going to add this to the screen and it's just going to start playing. And I have them synced up. So let's go. This is going to be hopefully under 10 minutes, but it's me, under half an hour.
They're always trying to sell you an illusion. That's not what you need to look out for. The red.
What am I selling, Jen? Hey, Jen. Hey, Jen. Wow. You decided to take a break from social media. We talked before that. We barely know each other. And now you think I'm a cult leader too? I can't. At first I was really upset for a second, and now I'm just cracking up. Did you want to speak to me about it like a grown adult, or did you just want to dogpile on all of this? Are you going to watch the 4-part series that I just put out about what actually happened?
Okay, I can't wait for the whole thing to end. We're gonna need to rewind because there was too much to say.
You decided to take a break from social media.
First of all, Jen, I don't remember what the username is, but we are friends. We became friends at the very beginning of this. We've had very few back and forth exchanges because I got in contact with them when I still had a lot of fatigue. I was still living by old rules and wasn't able to text back and forth. Not the point. We're trying to keep this short. Put out a lot of content that is really good on, I don't even believe she names Allie, but Allie knows she's talking about her, that they didn't know each other very well, but that she still sent people over and now feels guilty. And she put out a lot of content on how to spot a cult leader, actual helpful stuff. But what does Allie say about her? That the exact opposite. Cannot own any part that she has played in anything, as Allie always
We talked before that. We barely know each other. And now you think I'm a cult leader too?
Right. Another person who knows you and has seen how you behave thinks you were acting like a cult leader. Maybe listen to them instead of your followers.
I can't. At first I was really upset for a second, and now I'm just cracking up.
Then I said that I couldn't actually own any of my own emotions. So it's on you. You also think, why are there hundreds of people telling me I'm a cult leader? God, they're clearly all cult leaders instead. Why are 100 people telling me I'm in spiritual psychosis? They're clearly in spiritual psychosis. But she's only listening to her followers who are her echo chamber. Allie here.
Did you want to speak to me about it like a grown adult, or did you just want to dogpile on all of this? Are you going to watch the 4-part series that I just put out about what actually happened? Or are you a part of the...
I know enough to know if Allie put it out, it was absolutely not what actually happened in any way, shape, or form. We will be going through a little piece of that I got sent in a different video, not this one.
This group of people who doesn't believe evidence.
Those are your followers, Allie. Only your followers don't believe evidence. You just don't like that people actually want actual receipts and not receipts.
What is this? Just because I have a following does not make me a cult leader.
No. Being a cult leader makes you a cult leader. What you do with that following and how you use that following and how you are obsessed and addicted to that following. That parasocial relationship is not good for you and you're not good for it.
This is so psychologically damaging and none of you should be educating.
You are psychologically damaging for everybody on TikTok who encounters you.
On cults.
All right, next.
So now I'm going to be skeptical of everybody that does energy healing. Or
everybody should be.
So again, even if energy healing is completely appropriated from cultures around the world, that means if you throw it all out, you're going to also throw out what is appropriated from. Energy healing might not be able to be scientifically proven in current Western scientific standards who won't even allow it to be proven. That doesn't mean there is no validity. That does not mean all energy healers are suspect. Just a large part of them and most of them that share our pigmentation. But not all of them. So you have to be discerning for yourself.
Skeptical of everyone who does energy healing, Jen. That's the whole point of my page. It gets people killed. Can you prove that energy healing?
You see, it gets people like, so when I went to get Reiki and listened to my own body and felt calmer after and was like, I don't know if it was from that or just thinking it was from that. Can you please point to me how that actually gets people killed? Because you're dangerous. You're getting people actually stalked in real life and actual real world things happening. And you like to draw these random crazy conclusions of like murder and death. Explain to me how going for Reiki healing is going to cause death. And I don't even believe in Reiki healing. You know what I mean? Like,
healing is real. Can you show me how energy works in a traumatized brain? Thank you.
Can you show me how a traumatized brain, without ever healing itself or deconstructing anything, has started a cult on TikTok and that's hurting everybody's brains? Because I can show you that. That is what I'm showing you.
For getting to the point of my whole entire page is I teach people how to be skeptical. I teach them.
No, she doesn't. Her entire following does not know how to be skeptical. They don't even know how to be skeptical of their own thoughts that were implanted from Allison. This is what the cult is. This is why it's scary. She is not teaching critical thinking in any way, shape, or form. She is asking people to trust her wholeheartedly and pretend receipts exist when they don't. Just because she says the word receipt. Like, we've proved it. We've already gotten past this. Over you making a real woman's death into a circus? I sure haven't gotten past that. Over you making your friend's deathbed all about you? I haven't gotten past that. I haven't gotten past any of this.
How to learn about their brain. I teach them how to protect themselves from...
No, she doesn't. She offers zero education. Zero. It's all a call-out account. It is only attacking other people. She says she's doing that. Her audience, I think, even thinks she's doing that. Because she'll mention books and they'll go out and read those books and be like, Allie taught me that. No, the author taught you that.
Bogus energy healers. Why do you do therapy tarot? What is that?
This is the most condescending question. I can't imagine why Jen wouldn't want to sit down with you and explain her modality and why it's worth money to people. And like, I can't imagine why she wouldn't want to do that. With this attitude and the throw the baby out with the bathwater, all energy healing is completely wrong and bad and offers no help to anyone. Like, people can't make their own discerning choices and decide if their money is worth what they're getting. And collectively together, we can decide who is better than who actually offers energy healing that works. That's by the clients talking, right? The clients talking to one another.
What is that? Can you show me how that works? and what you're actually doing for a brain that has autism or something. I'm not trying.
Now that Allie is back on TikTok and back friends with people that are like that, right? Allie does not teach critical thinking. There is no little thought tree as to when someone's a good energy healer or a bad energy healer. It's literally, do you think Allie is a good person? Or do you have critique of Allie in any way, shape, or form? If you have critique of Allie, you're a bad person and shouldn't make money in any way in this realm. And if you're on Allie's side in a mutual, you can make money in any goddamn way you want. She has no problem with it. And she can't teach those skills if she doesn't have them. If she can't actually assess when energy healing is complete BS and way overcharged, and when it might offer something, right? She's not the customer. She doesn't get to decide for everyone, but she dictates it like she does. Her information's the information. Now that Jen thinks that Allie might be a cult leader, all of a sudden Jen is sus. Not her energy healing changed in any way, shape, or form, right?
Trying to come for.
I have no idea if Jen has said that she can heal autism. I doubt it. I don't even know if Jen is autistic. I'm going to go with yes because it's more than a coin flip if we're friends. But don't go with yes. Now I don't remember what I was saying. Oh, can you tell me that I don't think Jen has said that it would heal autistic brains, like meaning not make them autistic because no one like. But also having autism and also having a traumatized brain and TBIs. Yeah, I would love my brain to heal. I'm still going to have autism. I wouldn't necessarily go with Jen's modality or definitely on Allie's, but that doesn't mean that other people don't find validity, and that doesn't help them. Different people with the same conditions have found help in a myriad of ways.
Tarot, but let's talk about how messy this really gets when you start charging people for things like tarot.
Allie was doxing a client, so Allie has had clients. She conveniently likes to forget that. Okay, so Allie has charged people and told them that they're autistic, told them that they should be microdosing. She is a bad for a following and definitely bad for clients. She shouldn't have a large audience, and she shouldn't have a one-on-one audience that is paying her. She might consider a one-on-one audience that she is paying.
When you see videos about me talking about how I'm a cult leader, I want you to listen to what these people are saying.
She doesn't want you to listen to what they're saying. This is the double speak. She wants you to only listen to what she is saying when you listen to what they're saying.
Who is an actual spiritual narcissist, which is what I've been educating about on.
No, again, she has not educated people against spiritual narcissism. She has labeled everyone, who by the way is autistic, as spiritual narcissists, yet labeled herself as autistic when we don't think she is. And she's the spiritual narcissist and everyone else is autistic, and she sees that as the opposite. Chances are, Allie, statistics, there aren't that many spiritual narcissists. You're the spiritual narcissist.
On this channel for a very long time. They can't have a real talk with you. They can't apologize when they mess up. They will never take
She's literally telling on herself. She will never take accountability. She will never apologize when she messes up. She will say she will, right? She won't actually do it. Show me one time she has taken accountability. Not said she has, but actually done it. Show me one, please.
Accountability, kind of like what Roxy and AMW are doing right now. When they get backed into a corner.
You mean standing up for what's right, telling their side, looking for actual evidence, having actual evidence to back it up, but you taking the tiny bit of truth that you can stand on and running it so out of proportion that your followers are extremely dizzy and following for your culty lies. Yeah, it's been fun for all of us.
With the receipts.
No receipts.
Trying to deplatform me didn't work. So now,
to be clear, one of those receipts was a voice note on her phone with the date changed. It was supposedly a voice memo to a friend bad-mouthing one of her past friends, which painted Allie in a horrible light. Both that she considered that a receipt and what was said in it. Because who says that about a friend?
Now they have to spin a new narrative. They can't just say, I'm sorry, we were wrong. They can't even just back.
Oh, you know what though? I've seen both Jane and Roxy say, I'm sorry, I'm wrong. There's video of them out there saying, I'm sorry, I'm wrong. Here's how I do better. There's none out there of you doing that, Allie, because you are the one who's a spiritual, you're a narcissist. I don't care if it's a spiritual narcissist. You're a narcissist. Putting spiritual in front of psychosis and spiritual in front of narcissism isn't helping.
Down. I don't expect an apology. But do you notice how they just keep digging in the dirt, right? That's
No, we're digging for truth. We're standing on truth. You're digging deeper and deeper.
That's what spiritual narcissism is. They can never just say like, yeah, you know what? There is a side of this that. So now Roxy has convinced a ton of people that I am a cult leader.
No, she hasn't. No, you've convinced people you're a cult leader. Roxy's platform is about cults and manifestation and educating people. So if in her educating her audience on what a cult and a cult leader is, you feel personally attacked, I'd look into that and not point fingers at Roxy.
And that I'm a criminal. But yeah.
There are arrest warrants out there, and you, by your own admission, I did a video earlier, very long form content on what will be the same channel under the live section. Yeah, you yourself say you're a detractor for police, all your situations in the past. That doesn't sound like someone who doesn't have run-ins with the law.
Just a few days ago, I was a fake therapist.
You can be both. You can be both a horrible cult leader and a fake therapist. They actually go hand in hand. Because you're taking on expertise that is not yours and attributing your lived experience to other people it shouldn't be attributed to, and doing nothing that you're actually saying you're doing. You're not educating, you're not sharing your experience, you're only attacking others and misunderstanding their beliefs and then attacking them for them.
Want is to hurt me. And
Nope, I don't want to hurt you. I don't think any of us want to hurt you. We want you to stop hurting others. Yeah? Allison needs to stop hurting herself, but whatever, and others. It's the others. It's the entire TikTok community. And if we could zoom into this, I believe you can see, is it this one where it's like, not in my house?
I grew up in a Christian cult. I was so abused by internet cults. My only passion in life is to help people get out of them. And now this woman who can't admit that she lied about me is convincing people that I know personally that I'm a cult leader.
Right.
It's breaking.
Figuring how to pause these things. She never lied about you, and this is the like. She's like, well, she said that P was actually a person, and she vouched for me, and right. And then she stood up and owned that and took accountability, and that, like, now you're destroying her reputation. You're a lying liar, Allie. Everything that comes out of your mouth is a lie. I can't remember where we were because so much lies.
It's breaking my brain.
Oh, it's breaking all our brains. It's literally brain damage. But what I wanted to say was just this, right? None of these women can back up what they say. Yeah, they can. I have long form content, literally like a dozen hours minimum on my channel right now, dissecting you and your channel. So I think I can. I think I can. Now, do I show receipts? They're all out there. I'm very precise in my language, in my wishy-washy language, as to what I do and don't, and what's just my opinion. But this is very telling. None of these women can back up what they say. This is my house, referring to TikTok, because referring to your platform wouldn't be that, right? Because we can talk about you all we want outside of your little house. You can just stay in your house. No, you can't because it's TikTok? Exactly. And I will not be silenced. You don't have to stop talking. You have to stop broadcasting. By all means, you don't need to be silent. Be in your room, record the video. It's the following. It's the platform. And deplatform Allie. Deplatform One Miss likes to start cults.
And I just needed to document.
All right. We kept that to a tight 20 minutes, and I'm going to upload this to the channel. we're going to watch a video together, and then we're going to talk about why we're watching this video together.
And one of the many things that happened was we raised over. I just finished a miraculous 2-day event. And one of the many things that happened was we raised over $350,000 to stop child trafficking. This has opened up an incredible door for my heart. And we're already about to do another event. And my plan is to raise over $1 million to stop child trafficking. And one of the things that this is doing for me is it is helping me move to a frequency where nothing can screw with me. Because if you screw with me, you're in the way of my ability to help these children. And this is why letting go of things in your life that don't align and that feel heavy are so important, because it's not about me and where I'm heading anymore. You're actually in the way of my ability to create massive change on the planet and bring as much darkness to light as possible. This is why it's so important to let go of what doesn't align in your life and move to your unbelievable power, because you will be in natural service to all of humanity. I just finished.
All right, so why are we watching that? Because that video was done. Let's just see this. Description, March 17th. Don't F with me is in direct reply to me and my video that he commented on that same day. And we're going to see who he's trying to co-opt in a second. Limitation. So I did a video. I record my videos live, unlisted. No one can watch. No one can stumble upon it while I'm recording it. No one's going to find me just because I'm recording it live. And then I make it public. That is about the worst way you can record a video for the algorithm. This man found a video about him with under 20 views, talking about his antics in the Me Too movement where he was sleeping with clients and things were coming to light 3 years ago. This is what he commented under it, where I was like, I don't know what he's been up to in the last 3 years. Maybe he took ownership. Maybe he did let it all fall apart. No, he did not. Let's read his comment he put under my video and then went on to make that video we just watched. Ha! Love you, Jubilee, even though we know that's not your real name. I'm excited to share my whole side of the story, excited to show how I owned it, but much more what really happened, including who the other spiritual teacher was who orchestrated the scandal. There was another spiritual teacher who orchestrated you sleeping with your clients? Definitely tell about that. Absolutely. That should be known about. How I was almost pushed to suicide by triangulation. We'll hear that that's not quite true in your apology video. How many rumors were started and exaggerated. The silent retreat one is great. Too bad I was on the other side of the Facebook screen while it was happening and heard multiple accounts at the same time. Multiple. It was one day like every retreat I've ever had, but I can't wait to share how I was driven by so many people to believe I had borderline personality disorder and how 4 psychiatrists told me I don't. You got 3 second opinions? What else did they tell you? Why did you go to the second psychiatrist when they told you you don't have borderline personality disorder? What did they also tell you? Also excited to share how the guy who orchestrated a website to attack me has been arrested twice for domestic violence and changed his name. I'm guessing you mean Pod Awful podcast, linked in the description. Yeah, I don't like that guy. Doesn't mean what you're doing is in any way okay. Doesn't mean tying yourself to other people who are up to good in the world and does not make you okay. I'm also excited to share how I'm working through so much in myself, and we just had a miraculous event that brought $350,000 to stop child trafficking. Next event will be $1 million. Trust me, you are a huge part of this story, and I'm going to collect all the footage and tell my side now. Can I use your real name though? It's Jubilee. Let's tell what really happened. Yay! Oh, also, I'll include all of the people originally involved who had come to me and apologized for making stuff up and what went on behind the scenes. Jubilee is my name, my namesake, and my purpose. I bring empowerment, which can be painful for those hiding things. If you want to have a one-on-one video conversation, please be in touch. Clearly, that comes with a big warning because you don't want to have a one-on-one video conversation with me. Things come to light. You are so very clearly still running from the stuff from 3 years ago because you posted that video we watched at the beginning. Not only did you post that video, he then went on to post this one. After that one.
I have an announcement that will free a bunch of people and piss off a bunch of other people. Are you ready? Here's the announcement. This is good. As long as it's consensual and they're of age, they're a grown up. Okay, ready? Here it is. You can have sex with anyone you want at all, as long as it's a person, right? They're grown up. It's consensual, right? I would recommend either single or your partner. We don't want to cheat. But the bigger point is you can have sex with anyone you want. Now, here's the trick. Here's where they get you, right? A lot of people that are in situations that they don't want to be or are shaming themselves can trick you into thinking you can't, that you should feel the same trap that they feel on themselves. But you're here to liberate your soul. You know why? Because you're a free spirit and you're free here.
Not only that, but one more thing, right? One more thing. He also, where did you go? This is the video that was the apology video that I had linked in the description of the video I originally did. Let's see what it looks like when we bring it up now. It was here yesterday. Yesterday, the apology video from 3 years ago of Kyle Cease was here. And now it says this video is no longer available due to a copyright claim by Kyle Cease. Good thing it's everywhere. Good thing. Good thing we got. Let's see. Yep, go there.
Inner child figure stuff out. I know that we live in a world that says if a person's on stage, if a man is doing this, he's abusing his power. Let me tell you something. I never considered that. I never saw myself as someone in power. I see myself as opening my heart and showing you the biggest inner child that I can be. I'm showing you all of my intimacy, all of my open-heartedness, all of my freedom, every part of me. To me, women have the power. To me, they do. In my life, they have power. They're amazing and beautiful and wonderful, and I want to connect with them, and I hope that they don't not like me, and I hope they don't shame me, and I hope that I don't hurt anyone.
But hold my beer, because I want to go on to hurt everybody. Let's hear more what his apology video, that he says he's learned his lesson now. He didn't realize they were clients. He didn't realize the power structure. But now he does.
Were not obvious mistakes to me. Until now. They're obvious. And I see it. And it'll never happen again.
It will never happen again. Anyone can sleep with anyone because I just forgot what happened 3 years ago. We see how that is deeply not in alignment, right?
As this hits trauma for some of us, I want to just offer what I'm going through right now, which is seeing if there's a place of love that can go past it, because usually we only do the work until we hit trauma. I'm in a low to grow. I'm in a low to bring a new level of healing to myself. I'm in a low to bring a safe man to this planet. I'm in a low.
Really? Because you're not bringing a safe man to this planet. That is not a safe man. The man who commented on my video, not a safe man. The man who put out those 2 videos in response, not a safe man. The man who copyright strike this apology video, not a safe man. Posted on February 19th, 20, and Tim Ballard was posted on February 19th, 2023. On February 19th, 2020, his past client posted her story that we are going to look at because it's still public. We're not going to name her. We're just going to show it without her name and read it. 3 years to the day, he posts this, thinking it's absolving him, thinking he's going to tie himself to this.
Be somehow.
I love how this is from March 19th. I did this video. So, at that time, me and most of the world don't know who Tim Ballard is. Yes, we know who Jim Caziezel is, but we don't know he's going to play in Sound Freedom. I do. I know as of that time, right? Because in that interview, they talk about it, and then it's going to get released. And I looked it up, and it was going to be released on July 4th. All the Sound of Freedom and Tim Ballard and Jim Caziezel stuff went down in the world, and in my life went down after this, right? This channel's not about Allie. It's about all the other weirdness.
Through how you're moving, through your courage, divinely protected. Would you like it feels like there's some kind of frequency that you're more protected as you step into this, and it feels like more magic is just showing up as a byproduct of your willingness to do what you feel God is calling you to do.
Yeah, that's how I feel. Definitely, I would never ever do this.
He's now tied himself to child trafficking, raising money for it, thinking that now means that he doesn't need to worry about sleeping with clients. This is the last man who should be being involved with anybody in human trafficking or understanding the boundary violation that exists between a client and somebody. Blah, 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 blah. Dear God, this man.
Be somehow through how you're moving, through your.
Why is this working like this? This is very weird. Oh my God. No, what is going on? Stop it. I can't with this. Okay. I guess we are not meant to show that one. It does not want me to show you the good part of Tim, the one that he's talking about, that yes, when you serve, you are not divinely protected, but that you, it heals you. Serving makes you love people. But the gods don't want me to show that to you. So you can watch the entire interview. Let's watch more of Kyle's. That's what the universe wants us to see, I guess.
the way I was telling you before, like people do these and we love it. So nice. These kind of numbers don't happen in these communities like that. This is, you have a special group, Kyle. Like you have a special group.
We should, and I maybe Mary, for a second, we can turn the chat on. So just for a second, people can write in the chat something that might have been inspiring about this, or yeah, and also put in the chat, there's the link if you want to join us.
I'm like, wait, what? That's not what we're looking at. The apology video. We're looking at the apology video at the same time. Sam, sorry, 1 second.
To create boundaries. And I am in fully. I'm in. And I'm sorry they weren't there before.
He's sorry those boundaries weren't there before. All right, now let's read two things. One of which is a post from somebody who's talking about this exact ethic. He's sorry those boundaries weren't there before. All right, now let's read two things. One of which is a post from somebody who's talking about this exact ethic and how he's confused that he's a musician, he's a comedian, he's there to get laid. He is not there to help with healing. This was supposed to be his come to Jesus moment, right? This was supposed to be his, oh, I figured it out, boundaries. Oops, my bad. Because of this phenomenon. As a therapist, counselor, spiritual teacher, nurse, doctor, lawyer, first responder, anyone who helps, you will experience clients, patients who for sometimes the first time in their lives have felt understood, loved. It is a very easy to and it is very easy to take advantage of this if that is who you are. If that is who you are. For nearly all people in these situations, they are seeking support, understanding, care, legal help, education, therapy, a safe space. It is on the practitioner, not the recipient, to do the right thing, to notice the shift and to place the boundary. As a certified therapist, it is in the APA ethical code. For private people who create a following, they can choose to hold this ethic or not. The choices reflected here are more akin to a rock star or comedian on tour, not someone who is taking thousands to heal people, showing up with courage in their most vulnerable step in their journey. Now we're going to share the post without the name on it from the person. I'm going to go down as far as the letter where she gives her name again. We're going to read up till the letter she sent to Kyle's team. From 2020. Has Kyle learned anything? Absolutely not, in my opinion. But he did learn to comment on my post, right, that had under 20. Didn't learn to let it fall apart. Did not learn to let it fall apart. What are we doing? Let's present. Breaking my silence. I'm sorry, I'm just going to come back and make sure that I am, in fact, full screen. Let's go here so it can show up a little bit bigger. For some time now, I've been using the power of the word to express and release my innermost thoughts, feelings, and struggles. I have shared the poetry and stories I've written to help me heal deep traumas and pain associated to them. Never have I shared publicly a more important story. Not only is this share for my own personal healing, but for the healing of all. I am breaking my silence to free both myself and to free other women who have experienced the abuse of power by any man who believes that his own position, title, and gender entitle him to fulfill his own personal, emotional, and sexual desires. I'm speaking out to be one voice to break a cycle of abuse that I am personally no longer willing to tolerate, but I believe is no longer tolerable in this world where the consciousness is rising so rapidly. I was given this voice to use it. And I truly believe I was given this experience to use if for something far bigger than my own personal healing. Here is my story. In July 2018, I found Kyle Cease's work on Facebook, which led to me purchasing a $20 online product of his. This led to a friend request, him requesting me on Facebook, which led to a personal connection. Since that initial purchase, I've invested countless hours into coaching, in addition to the investment of money, over $20,000. I've paid directly to Evolving Out Loud, as well as the travel expenses associated to his in-person events. I hired this man to help me evolve and grow into a higher, more aligned version of myself, and that was delivered by me. I took the experience of being manipulated and taken advantage of by Kyle and his team, who is obviously protecting him and allowing this behavior to take place, and made the choice to learn from it and continue to heal. Part of the healing is me telling my story now, under the guise of a spiritual teacher, coach, healer. Kyle used his position of power and special trust to facilitate a sexual and romantic relationship with me, and possibly other women as well. I hired and trusted this man to help me heal in a safe way. I was vulnerable and open up about my past struggles with addiction, childhood trauma, and sexual abuse. Last March, when I went to see him in person in Orlando, he used the very same coaching tactics he uses on stage to coach me into breaking a streak of almost 6 months of sobriety. He convinced me it was no big deal to have drinks with him after the show, for the sole purpose to have a sexual relationship with me, which started that evening. Although I did not have intercourse with him at that time, we did spend several hours intimately together in his hotel room. This was during the time I was a client on his daily coaching calls and had also attended one of his flow groups. At his most recent meditation retreat in November, which would have been 2019, I uncovered a deeply repressed sexual abuse memory from my past. I felt and released the trauma with the assistance of his team. After being invited to dinner alone with Kyle that evening, I shared the newly discovered details of my sexual abuse history with him on our way to a restaurant together. This was Friday, the silent night for those who attend his retreats. This is before the retreat that was silent, supposedly silent for more. Any decent man, let alone someone in his position, would never make sexual advances at a woman who had this type of breakthrough recently, let alone the same day. That night, after several drinks and hours of verbal coercing, my defenses finally broke down and I slept with him. Afterward, he was alarmingly anxious and I left his Airbnb so that he could rest for the event, which was to start in a few hours. Around 6 a.m., I returned to my room at Asilomar, showered, and got ready to be at the event at 9. As most of you know, since we're doing a marathon, who knows if anyone's going to watch this, but my Idea Cafe on Kyle Cease at that time, one of the people's the roommate of Allison during that event. This is who the universe gives me to talk to when I step forward and do what is mine to do, right? The very perfect people. I forgot that until I re-talked to her this year. Kyle did not show up that day until 3 p.m., claiming he had a massive fall apart. Well, I don't doubt this to be true. He failed to mention a very important part of the story. He failed to include the details that he was drinking and having sex with me, one of the paying attendees of the event, which most likely was a key factor to his sympathy-seeking fall apart. This also took place as I was a paying client on his second group calls, the 201 group. After November retreat, our relationship continued because After the November retreat, our relationship continued and became more intimate emotionally. For weeks, on a daily basis, he professed his love for me in various ways, even mentioning a possible move to Florida, taking care of me financially, and having me be part of the EOL team. This all was taking place while I was showing up Monday through Friday on our 2+ hour call with 50 other people who have also made many sacrifices to work with this man. He would often text me during our meditation time and quite frequently would gossip about the different clients on the calls and in the community. In December, the nature of our relationship started to shift, and by January, I finally started to catch on to this pattern. I tried many times over the course of 11 months to create boundaries, to leave the community, and to stand up for myself. However, every single time, Kyle found a way to convince me to stick around and to convince me that what I was feeling was wrong. He would often play a victim role. So rather than facing the truth of what he had been doing to me, he turned the actual victim, me, into his caretaker. Making me his caretaker is a direct avoidance of taking responsibility for his own deplorable actions. He would also manipulate me, showering me with compliments and saying things to me that any woman would dream to hear a man say to her. For too long, I was weak. I did not love myself enough to see what he was doing was wrong. He used my weakness against me to sexually and emotionally use me, and then also to protect himself and his business. He manipulated me into believing the women who came forward in the Bikram yoga scandal and all the Me Too cases were wrong, that the women knew exactly what they were doing and that they asked for it. His ability to manipulate my emotional trauma was so skillful that I protected him. He knew exactly what to say to me to keep me quiet. I kept everything to myself because I believed I loved him and I loved my friends in his community, so much that I didn't want this information to tarnish their experience with him. And I believe that some, not all of the members of his team, are in the same disempowered position I was also in. I believe they are aware that this has been happening and have been protecting him and acting as a collective accomplice to his deplorable behavior. If this is accurate, they are either brainwashed or equally as immoral as Kyle. I know I was completely brainwashed. I was not strong enough to say enough is enough until now. After quitting the 201 calls weeks ago, I contacted the EOL directly to let them know my experience and ask for a full refund of all the money I'd spent on Kyle's program. Here's the email that I sent, edited to correct the date. Dear Carrie, I'm not going to read all this. We're going to go down to the money part because I want to show the money. And then right after that is the her name. So I'm just going to read. Disempowered and compromised. Now we haven't actually. Guess it's long, right? Dear Carrie, Dan, Kara, and Lindsay, it is with deep sadness, disappointment, and courage that I write this email. Recently, Kyle and I have had text and phone conversations about the subject of this email. Due to the impact it also has on you, I potentially beyond you or any of us, I am compelled to share this with you, both for your edification and protection. In March 2019, my relationship with Kyle crossed the professional boundaries of client-coach relationship to become a romantic, intimate relationship. While the sexual relationship we had was consensual, he knew full well as a paying member of his customer base that I was in a disempowered and compromised position while he was in a position of special trust. While attempting several times to break out of this relationship with Kyle over the past few months, I have felt isolated, unsupported, and unsafe. This is the direct result of the lines Kyle crossed under the guise of spiritual healing. Despite Kyle's profession of love, of the uniqueness of our relationship, and of the healing it provided to him, I know that I am not the only one. I have had to seek professional therapeutic help in order to deal with the stress this situation has created for me and my children. My children deserve to have a mom who is fully empowered and a mom who will not allow herself or other women to be manipulated by a man who is positioning himself as a spiritual teacher. Kyle needs and deserves healing just as much as anyone else, but not at the expense of others whom are not paying him, but more importantly, trusting him. I would like a full refund for all the money paid to Kyle and EOL. The services I was promised were not delivered, and there is a breach of contract in addition to professional ethics. This has been the most painful, detrimental way to learn boundaries and self-respect. Kyle's level of manipulation, shown verbal via text and other formats, is deeply disturbing. It is not fair to me or for anyone to engage in one of the most sacred experiences of examining and releasing childhood abuse and trauma with someone only for those very wounds to be used for the healer's own personal desires to be fulfilled. Whether it is only me or hundreds of women, this has happened on varying levels. It is not right. It needs to stop. You cannot be a teacher who encourages his students to transcend patterns when you yourself are engaged in patterns that are directly harmful to your students. Please confirm that a full refund in the amount of $16,585 will be processed and emailed to me. Damn it, again with the thing. Okay, 1 second. 861, 861.
I'm sure this is bringing up so much in you. Because it is in me. And you're probably looking at this going, why is he even saying this? What is he coaching us? This is the truest I got right now. I'm not some person with power in my eyes. I'm just Kyle. And I want to offer you to not need someone else to be a safe space and make yourself a safe space. One of the mistakes I made was trying to find people and making them safe spaces. I started performing as a comedian when I was 12 years old. I lived on stage. Every night I was on stage and I would meet a different group of people. Every night, more people, more people, more people. And it just started becoming normal to me to see that life is living in hotels, meeting people after shows, hanging out, partying, hooking up. That was just life. I didn't have a foundation. There could be someone at home, but I'm in a different city every night, meeting different groups of people. I don't know if this trained me or if it's just in me that this is how I see things. But I'm just used to opening my heart to people, even if I just met them. I really want a connection, but I'm always in a new place. I really want a deep connection, but I'm always in a new city. I want love. I want intimacy. I want connection and friendship. So it's become a thing that I do without even seeing it, to fully open my heart to someone. And that might put them in a position to think that they need to be a safe space for me. And I apologize for that. Sometimes I really can be like a little kid who just wants to open his heart way too much. That's why I make videos all the time from my couch and tell you the first thing I'm thinking. That's the best I know. I've been through many, many, many different relationships, always thinking this is the thing, this is the one, this is the way to go. But either my body or my training or something else in me says, yeah, but that's the one, or that person's the one. And I sincerely think it. That person is this person in my life. That person's this person in my life. So I get excited to connect. And that's my inner child. And that's the part of me that's dying in this process. That part of me that needs someone outside of me to be safe. Because as this happened, there have been so many people in my life who were safe and I didn't see it. And I lost them. And it's forcing me to be safe for myself. Not just open to anybody and not just be like da-da-da, da-da-da-da, but be safe with myself. Because obviously, if I don't feel safe with myself and I'm making you my safety, then you're much more my mother than, a partner. And obviously I'm not in my power and I'm not in my man. And you're here in this place where, I'm expecting you to be the space that I open to. And then eventually I think that's love, but it's actually approval. So I'm sorry for anyone who I put in a position to be a space of approval. Truly. That's an element that I'm ready to change. That's an element I'm being forced to change. That's an element I'm changing right now.
So we're just going to remove that and reshare. This. It is the practitioner, not the recipient, to do the right thing, to notice the shift and to place the boundary. As a certified therapist, it is in the APA ethical code. For private people who create a following, they can choose to hold this ethic or not. The choices reflected here are more akin to a rock star or a comedian on tour, not someone who is taking thousands to heal people, showing up the courage in their moments, vulnerable steps in their journey.
I have an announcement that will free a bunch of people and piss off a bunch of other people. Are you ready? Here's the announcement. This is good, as long as it's consensual and they're of age, they're a grown up. Okay, ready? Here it is. You can have sex with anyone you want at all, as long as it's a person, right? They're grown up. It's consensual, right? I would recommend either single or your partner. We don't want to cheat. But the bigger point is you can have sex with anyone you want. Now, here's the trick. Here's where they get you, right? A lot of people that are in situations that they don't want to be or are shaming themselves can trick you into thinking you can't, that you should feel the same trap that they feel on themselves, but you're here to liberate your soul. You know why? Because you're a free.
Kyle, you fucking idiot. There was a right. He's like all these people, these third parties looking to have a opinion on me and where I stick my dick, right? Except that the person who had the opinion was the other person in that relationship, not just Allison, but multiple people came forward in 2020 and said, Kyle, this is skeezy. He pretended to deal with it in 2023. He's no way has. In fact, his dealing with it is he's going to have them sign NDAs, right? Gross, man. Gross. If it's consensual, it's not consensual. That was the whole point, Kyle. It was a paid position where you were there to heal her. She didn't get the healing, and you're saying she's in it for money. She just wanted the money back she paid. Little Mr. Pay me to be my mommy. Pay me to be my mommy, right? That he's still doing. Yeah, okay. All right. Back to Kyle.
Spirit and you're free here. I just finished a miraculous 2-day event, and one of the many things that happened was we raised over $350,000 to stop child trafficking. This has opened up an incredible door for my heart, and we're already about to do another event, and my plan is to raise over $1 million to stop child trafficking. And one of the things that this is doing for me is it is helping me move to a frequency where nothing can screw with me. Because if you screw with me, you're in the way of my ability to help these children. And this is why letting go of things in your life that don't align and that feel heavy are so important, because it's not about me and where I'm heading anymore. You're actually in the way of my ability to create massive change on the planet and bring as much darkness to light as possible. This is why it's so important to let go of what doesn't align in your life and move to your unbelievable power, because you will be in natural service to all of humanity.
I am in natural service to all of humanity. I've been in natural service for the last 3 years while you've been getting your dick wet. Yeah, guess what? When you step into your power and employed by God, by your purpose, you are unfuckable with. You're not that person. You are deeply not that person. You are a scared little boy looking for his mommy and getting all those mummies to pay you March 17th, St. Patrick's Day. Had you have the luck of finding my video with less than 20 views that was recorded live and then made public, you think God's looking after you? He helped you comment on my post, and you questioned my name was even Jubilee. My name's Jubilee. It's my name, it's my namesake, and it's my purpose. I'm here to set all the enslaved children free. Thank you and Tim for helping me figure out my North Star is children. All the children. You are not safe for the women on this planet or the children on this planet. Not to have a platform, not to make money at this. You said you understood. You said you learned boundaries. And you just showcased you're anything but. Let's reread the comment he left on my video, shall we? Let's see what the universe had in store. Again, even now, a few days later, 69 views. Cute. Love you, Jubilee, even though we know that's not your real name. It's so much more. I'm excited to share my whole side of the story. Can't wait. Excited to show how I owned it, but much more what really happened, including who the other spiritual teacher was who orchestrated the scandal, how I was almost pushed to suicide by the triangulation, how many rumors were started and exaggerated. The silent retreat one was great. It was one day like every retreat. You mean one evening? It's normally one evening. Weird that I've ever had. But I can't wait to share how I was driven by so many people to believe I had borderline personality disorder and how 4 psychiatrists told me I don't. Also excited to share how the guy who orchestrated a website to attack me has been arrested twice for domestic violence and changed his name. Can we say deflection? I'm also excited to share how I'm working through so much in myself, and we just had a miraculous event that brought $350,000 to stop child trafficking. Next event will be $1 million. Trust me, you are a huge part of this story, and I'm going to collect the footage and tell my side now. Can I use your real name, though? Let's tell what really happened. Absolutely. You can use my name. My name is Jubilee. I stepped into my power in 2020, but I didn't get fully involved in your ridiculousness because I was busy saving the world with solution raising. But 2023 showed me exactly where I meant to be. You found this channel at the perfect time. The perfect time. You have no idea what has been going on in 2023 and on this channel. And it aligns so perfectly. Borderline personality disorder, all of it. All of it. You are not who you claim to be, Kyle. You've never been who you claim to be. And you need to remove yourself from the spotlight while you heal. Stop getting money. Go wash some dishes and be in service. Go be an actual service. Wash things. Grow things. Stop pretending you are a teacher because you are not. Any teacher knows how to draw boundaries. And if they don't, they are not safe to be a teacher. They are not safe to have a platform. And that's my 43 cents worth. 43 minutes of cents worth. I have been having interactions with this person mostly since the beginning of 2023, but I was a follower roughly from around this time last year. I believe I started following Allie because of OFC, I think. But there's been a lot. This woman keeps saying she's scared I'm going to go to her house and stab her. Repeatedly, she keeps saying that about me. She's terrified of me and that is going to happen. Meanwhile, she's the one commenting on my videos. She's the one making content about me on TikTok and on Instagram. She's the one who didn't block me. She has public videos. She's an influencer. That's the whole thing. So when I say I can't be fucked with, what I mean is this beautiful little clip. This is Allie seeing me for the first time, right? This whole thing. I've been on Allie's Instagram for 3 months watching because she didn't block me on Instagram, even though she knows my username across accounts. She wasn't posting there up until the point she lost her TikTok accounts and then posted on there very worrying stuff up to the point where a wellness check needed to be called on her. At least her parents upstairs. Like, it was worrying. And now she's pretending she took a month off for everybody's benefit while coming back and blaming everyone for her mental health that she takes no ownership of. But this little video was like the perfect 5-minute clip of showcasing Allie, me getting the perfect little piece at the beginning, her noticing I'm there, freaking out, and then her yelling at someone because they suggest blocking me. They suggest that, like, maybe I'm not peeping in your window. Maybe. Plus, we were following each other a couple days ago. She saw me at the perfect moment. I followed the universe at the perfect moment. And I can't be fucked with because the universe tells me what to do in exactly the right way. And you can't argue with that. Like, you can't convince me to do something different. You can't. You're just going to help me no matter what you do. That's the beauty when you're working with the universe, when you figure it out.
I mainly got onto TikTok just to message him. And then the second video I made about Sam yesterday got hundreds of thousands of views. So yeah, I'm going to start posting about all of it. But now I'm just pissed that I posted there at all. But it's okay. I'm just going to leave those videos there. I don't give a fuck about TikTok. You guys can sit there and mass report that account. I don't fucking care. Is Jubilee in here? Why the fuck are you here? Did I not tell you yesterday that you need to leave me alone? Like, you are fucked. You know that I have to deal with Interpol now, Jubilee Briscoe. I know you. Why the fuck are you here? I told you yesterday you need to leave me alone. You are fucked. You are absolutely fucked, Juby. Do you hear me? I'm getting another screenshot of this. Why the fuck are you here? You're out of your goddamn mind.
Oh, looky, eh? There's Lonnie in the comments. Sleuthy Truthy. Lonnie. Yeah, always up with a nose in it the whole time. Pretends to be done. It's not done. I prefer Allie, right? At least we know when she's in it and not in it, right? At least she's transparent with her narcissism.
You are out of your goddamn mind. I have begged you to leave me the fuck alone, Juby. You are the scariest fucking person.
I wonder why anyone would get mixed messages from you DMing me, right? You DM'd me on Instagram. Horribly. I said something nice. You made 3 stories about me. But this.
You're not allowed to be near me. You're not allowed to be here. You are going to get yourself put in jail for stalking. The forms that I'm filling out for the Canadian stuff, you can get 5 years. Do you get that? That's real. You can get 5 years for the amount that you have stalked me on the internet, and every single day. Oh, you are fucked. Do you hear me? I am going to put you somewhere, Juby. Because otherwise, you're going to crawl through that fucking window and stab me in the middle of the night. A very famous.
It's out here. She's only saying it to 38 people, but her TikToks have gotten 10,000 each. I believe both of what she says in there. That maybe only one she says. Maybe only one she says. She's scared I'm going to stab her while she's trying to poke at me. Too bad. Although I might sound bitchy, my tone might indicate you cannot make me angry. You do not have that power. Oh, I found that video. That is it. Maybe we'll watch that one right after this one. No, we'll wait. Where is she? We will watch it though. It'll be at the end, the very end, I think. So where she it's like, I'm gonna call her Juby. That'll make her mad. Oh. The universe gives the perfect moments to me, like that I just came upon her live right then. Right when she was, I love it. I love it.
Famous podcaster just got killed by someone just like you. Do you fucking hear me? I don't play with this shit. I've blocked her so many times. What are you fucking talking about? You don't get to tell me how this works. Don't tell me anything. Jubilee, you are so fucked. You psycho fucking ugh.
Oh, just let me collect myself and I'll remember what we're doing next, which I believe is going on to the TikToks. Yes, yes. Yep, that's the one. Although I feel like I have it here on a different. I don't think the rumors. Oops, that's not anywhere. Where are we? Where are we? All the way over here. All right. I forgot to intro this. I make very long form, very low effort content. So I can do this every day. Every day. I can just correct the mistakes that Allie makes. Because did she ever make a lot? What are we watching? So then she goes onto TikTok. She creates an account. And watches the video that I sent her that was just saying, we're going to see all of my DMs in one of the videos. I don't want to say them right now. She shows them, like, let's just watch because I won't be able to intro right now. Oh, sorry. This is the video I made about Sam, but I don't name Sam, but I did send it to Allie. And then Allie, like, of course, posted it all over Instagram and used it to attack me back right after she asked for, people to contact her about Sam. This is what would happen if you contacted Allie. She's quite she just yells at everyone in DMs constantly. But she says to her followers that, like, she contacted me with, what the fuck are you doing here at 4 a.m. when she saw the account, right? That's what you do when you're scared of someone, right? When you're that terrified of someone, you definitely DM them and not block them. Just keep threatening legal action that can't happen. Themselves are the key to this, because the rumors can be spun in so many ways. Anyone can start a rumor about anyone, and it's really hard to disprove a rumor, which is what we've all been figuring out, right? With, if someone says something about someone, how do you disprove it? It should be on them to prove it, right? You need Sorry, I was moving the tabs. They're closer together. Now I don't remember what I was saying. Rumor. Yes, like how do I disprove? Like, right? How do I disprove I'm not someone who goes and stabs people? Despite the fact I have zero violence in my past, and Allison has a long history with the law. I'm the one. Like, what scares me, what actually terrifies me, and I might say it in this, is people project onto me. Why? What? Who are you? I mean, maybe she wants to stab me, which you're probably not the first. Ew. Like, what a weird thing to say about someone. Continually, constantly. I worry that it's true about herself. Have there been any stabbings in Colorado? I don't know the exact. It's like more of a small town name that she's at. Need to have the receipts to prove it, because you can't have receipts to unprove something. That doesn't make sense. The one-on-one connections are the key. Who is trying to destroy people's one-on-one connections, and who is trying to build up people's one-on-one connection? I don't know if we have to watch all of this. It's on my TikTok. My point that I am talking about Sam. I saw Sam go behind everybody's back and destroy their friendships and their reputations. And that is not okay, but it also doesn't negate all of the bullying, harm, harassment Allie has done to person after person, especially autistic creators, who I've now become friends with, and she somehow thinks friendship is conspiracy and her followers are her friends, but if anyone critiques her, they're blocked. Well, she's claiming to be a safe space for people who are healing, and that she should be the people they go to for paid support previously. And now she says she's learned from that. But she also keeps talking about loss of income without, where is that income? Talks about receipts. She'll show a picture, read it, say what's there, and then give all of this implied stuff that you're just to trust her on. Why don't you have that receipt? Only talk about what you were showing, Allie, because she lies more than she tells the truth. If you don't like friend B, because friend A told you some things about them and you don't. I don't think the rumors. So she watches that video and posts this this is Stitch, so it's about to come on to her, about me and about my friends. And at the same time, she's bringing it to TikTok. She's saying I'm terrifying, but also she's attacking me. Then when I make a video in response, she deletes this one, which is her constant way. And people are like, why do you have a comment attached to a video that's deleted? It's not my video. It's this video. And so we're going to watch both this, and I'm sure I'll be chiming in, but her as well. Sorry, my video in response. Themselves are the key to that.
This group of women got me banned with 500,000 followers by committing a crime. They bought trademarks in my name and then convinced TikTok that my content isn't mine. I had 2 different accounts that I spent years building.
You lost those accounts because you're a horrible person and just attacked everyone after everyone. And it turns out TikTok loves that, like loves it. She is their little golden child because she stirs up drama and creates division. And TikTok's designed for both together and division, and how to sell you stuff and profit, but people are on there. And when you can actually connect and like people, it is a powerful platform where they almost require division so that people don't come together and have a little revolution. Okay. So yeah. I know, more.
And now you're sitting here in this video, which is about Samara Granovsky, the person who duped all of us and paid people off to ruin my reputation after.
No, I mean, no, no, she did not. Actually, she did not pay off the people I consider friends. No one took money from Sam. We bonded over our shared victimhood by you. Sam had been victimized by you. And it looks like you've also been victimized by her. Everybody else has been victimized by you. We may have done tiny little things that were like, we got overwhelmed. Allie, I mean, we'll get into some of those things. She just spins them. She has nothing, I guess, on me, so she claims that I'm scary and going to stab her, despite the fact I'm generally in like a giant elephant onesie, giving her legal advice, calling her bestie. Like, it's like, this is terrifying.
She was a client of mine. She hires people on TikTok every single day. She is a literal TikTok influencer stalker, and I'm going to make a documentary about it. But you're sitting here, Juby, after hurting me to the point where I almost took my life.
She's constantly referencing this. Like, constantly saying, I almost took my life, and you're responsible, everyone's responsible but her. You needed to step away from the internet. You needed to go get help in the real world. And when you made that so very clear you weren't going to do that, I guess some people called wellness checks on you because it was needed. That video you put out was a cry for help. Like, they needed to find you in time.
Because of the stuff you guys did. I relapsed, all this stuff. And you're talking about maybe we should figure out what the truth is.
I've been seeking the truth the whole time, having one-on-one conversations with Sam, with other people, because that's what I do. And I've been following the universe. And it's been giving me the perfect stuff. And you've had the opposite happen, Allie. Everything that happens is not a conspiracy from us. It's a conspiracy because you're a horrible human. And you're not in it for collective humanity. So our collective ancestors aren't on your side. The universe is not on your side because you're not on our side. You're on your side. Only your ego matters. And that's a huge problem. This is effortless. It's clearly not feeling very good over on your side. One-on-one conversation is always up for grabs because the universe basically says I have to. So, but I know you're never going to. So I'm safe. Influencers. And I still believe everything I believed about you, Allie. If you want to go through that point by point, and anything I've said we can look at, and I'll apologize if I was wrong, but I still believe what I believe about you. However, I also believe that Sam, for whatever reason, I don't know what her why is, but she does seem to hire a lot of influencers. And she goes behind people's backs to break one-on-one connections, to destroy other people's relationships. She is who that video was about. Absolutely. But Allie, you just made out Instagrams and TikToks asking influencers to reach out to you, even if you're enemies. You sent me a horrible DM on Instagram. We're about to go through them. I sent one to you that was like, hey, and then you sent more. You just discounted the very thing you said. How are anyone supposed to trust you to reach out to you? But I actually do have a reputation. of having one-on-one video conversations with people to gather information and get closer to the truth. So if anyone who's been harmed by Samara, any of the influencers wants to have a one-on-one conversation with me, I am down with it. I'm not going to reach out and go and find all of you, but if any of you want to have a one-on-one conversation about Samara or Allison Priestley, I'm down with who the universe gives me to talk to. I reached out this morning to Allison to say, hey, I'm down with a one-on-one conversation about Sam, if you want. Here's our DMs. And what the duck are you doing here? Oh no, what the are you doing? I actually really appreciate you correcting that. Because yeah, what the duck are you doing here is way too adorable. You did a story on me, trying to catch a stalking charge, I see. You already deeply involved in this and it's not going away. You ready to do jail time for stalking? There may be a lot of mistake, but I don't think so. Just letting you know that I agree with you about Sam. I think she may be the OG issue, not the only issue. I am going to send a TikTok. I made it last week. It's about Sam without being about her. Sam is the one who was ruining everyone's reputations. I am me, and I have Sam on video conversation, telling her story about you when she was happily playing the victim. Poor Sam. We should talk on video chat, recorded, but not. Absolutely not. You say all of this without even saying sorry? I'm not sorry. That's not what this conversation was. Just you're right about Sam. Nope, that's not what it is happening. I am simply letting you know I agree with you about Sam, and we could talk about Sam if you want. Just more sweet nothings from Allie herself. All right, I don't know whether to put it in here. I'm gonna find and put in here. So just scroll forward till you see video playing if you don't want to see it. The well, actually, it is kind of a movie video, but a screen share of the DMs. But I made it into a movie so I could share it because I don't have a way of sharing my screenshots from my phone. That because Sam tricked us all into thinking she was one person and was really another person, and she happens to have money, that she must have paid everybody to stand up for friends, to stand up for one another, to go after the truth. Nope, no payment required. But my response, I'm going to fast forward to my video, but it's in response to this one. I put a comment here and then make a video response to this. Sam was friends with people. Sam was friends with people. I considered Sam a friend for part of this. I thought Sam was one of your biggest victims. When Allie got deplatformed on TikTok and lost the accounts, not due to who she thinks it's due to and who she's blaming and going after the moment she comes back onto TikTok, Samara is pretty up and honest about who's paid, right? Who's paid as an influencer, that she has on payroll. There is a different relationship she has, which is as a friend, while destroying other people's one-on-one connections. And I think she's doing it for her own entertainment. She likely has a great social life in reality off of social media. with her actual friends and is pretending to play the victim in order to get sympathy and in order to destroy other people's reputations. I've watched her destroy people's reputations. Or rather, I've watched, as one of the videos I have suggests, that there are a lot of rumors that are started, a lot of stuff that follows back. I can look at reasons I haven't talked to certain people and trace them back to Sam. Alex serves tea, specifically. She didn't pay any of Allie's victims to go after Allie. We're all autistic. We have a sense of justice. We were standing up for friends, doing what we think is right. Whether individuals agree with us or not with our actions, individual actions. As I stated in my previous video, if anyone has an interaction with Samara, either I'm just gonna say Sam. I honestly can't remember her full name. I know her as Sam. Sam, if they have a interaction with her or an interaction with Allie that they want to discuss, I am open to one-on-one recorded video chats with anyone who wants to about the situation. They will not be public. So if you're doing it to be an influencer, it's if you're an ex, you know, that's not what this. I am talking about Zedgenox, the other person I covered on this channel, because that slice of, yeah, that whole thing, they're back with Allie, which could have predicted that's who they always wanted to be with. I don't know how drama stirring they are. I don't know how much of what I thought was associated with them was associated with Sam. Definitely not 100% of it. I don't even think close to 60% of it. I think it's more like 90-10. Maybe 30-70, because there's that like middle piece that there's a lot I know to associate with Zedgenox. And then there's the part of like how sketchy and who's here for, who's getting paid to start drama. There was a time I thought Zedgenox was getting paid to start drama. I think I don't know. This is. But if you're a past influencer who has had a run-in with Sam, or you're a past influencer who has had a run-in with Allie and she has attacked you in the past, reach out. Let's have a one-on-one conversation. That's what I do. I have done it throughout this process and in the past, and have talked to exactly who I was meant to talk to, in exactly the way I was meant to talk to. All right, it's going to take me off of mute. So that, all right, so she then goes on to make another video saying she's owed an apology. It's like, no, you're not. Constantly bullying and harassing people. You are not actually owed an apology. It will be my video that I make in response. But let's watch hers first. Oh. Allie, you are not owed an apology. Oh, we didn't watch it. Just because Sam befriended your victims and then caused more drama, ran around the drama triangle for you, on your behalf, or because of you, or in spite of you, not quite clear. She could do that with you and not the other influencers she's probably had other antics with, because you had victims. A ton of them. And they almost all happened to be autistic. And befriended her as your victim as well. We shared in your victimhood, being victims of you. That was what our friendship had at its foundation. Our shared error, in my opinion, is thinking Sam was a friend. Whether because we were getting paid by her, in your case, or because we thought we shared something in common. Allie, you are not owed an apology. Just if you see her, she gets really. It was bad timing because I thought I had more time. I did not have more time. Also, sorry for the. I thought I was on mute, clearing my throat and shaking the sprouts up. I want to show the Juby video, and that means I need to find it. I think this is it. Call me Juby. That won't make me mad, but it does make us besties.
Juby, dude. I know this little toddler girl, and her name is Jubilee, and she goes by Juby. We should just start calling Jubilee Juby. That would make her mad. Good. Yeah, Juby. Juby and her whiteboard, dude. Juby and Calzone Presley, and I saw like a circus tent. I just have seen like random things. I just have to scroll when I see that shit. But I saw Juby just sitting there like, anyways, and there's like a fucking whiteboard and none of the dates are right. And there's a circus tent. You're getting a cease and desist as well.
We could have a bingo card. Drinking game, something. Every time she says I'm going to stamps, and every time she says she's going to send me a cease and desist, or that I'm going to go to jail, or something where she has zero evidence, zero anything, because I've done nothing.
Just so you know, it's time to stop Jubian. Remember, she's like, I got this for my birthday. When I found a creator, I decided to be a.
Nope, I didn't get you for my birthday. Dear God, I would have returned that in a heartbeat. You did something ridiculously stupid on my birthday while I was already in this. And with what you did, then I got involved and everything ended up timing perfectly to assign you to me, like Kyle Cease has been assigned to me, like Zegianox, although I'm not gonna like, that's more for my projection information, because they're just one of the people who's like a, what's the word? Archetype? There's like 4 archetypes, Zegianox, Allie, Kyle, and now Sam, and they all have very distinct differences. And yes, this entire thing has been a gift because it has helped me understand the next piece of how we create the better world together. I get it's not what it looks like, but if you see what I've been up to online for the past 7 years, clearly I don't stop doing that for this, and I haven't stopped doing that for this. It's all happening simultaneously. And I need immense help, so anyone who wants to actually help with it, physically help, like organize shit, or I mean, there's a lot of things that I need. But this is a hobby. This is fun because it's me projecting onto influencers and then learning from my projection. I've learned a lot in the last 2.5 months since you started with my birthday present. But it's just gone on and on because the universe just keeps giving. Because I am a lucky girl. I am a lucky girl, and you are a mean girl.
A little bit of a call-out creator myself. I'm like, please stop. Please stop. It's been like a month with those two and Barry-Ann, and y'all.
Does constantly with her and her. I'm gonna like legal action. All of it. But we're gonna go to watch these now. I just wanted to showcase the traction, right, that it's getting. That she gets views and enjoys destroying people's reputations.
Should I start showing
Should I start showing all the pictures from that Reddit thread and the things you guys said and when you were talking? Oh, God. I don't deserve an apology. Do you really?
First of all, so many things from the Reddit thread are faked by people. Possibly Sam, possibly Zeginox, possibly one of the other people who never had their face, never had any reputation on the line. There was a lot of drama that goes down in Reddit, which is why I have only my one exclusive Reddit. I will be the only one posting there. Anyone can comment, where I will be documenting Allie because of these antics. This, like, I'm gonna call her Juby. I'm so scared she's gonna stab me, and then she contacted me. You think you can get a restraining order? I would love to hear that voice memo of you calling the cops and explaining me. What did she send you? I think you might be right about Sam. Sounds threatening.
Think that anyone deserves to be bullied to the point where they almost take their own life?
Nope. Not a single person deserves to be bullied to the point where they may take their own life. And everybody has to take ownership of their own mental health and know when to step away from TikTok, know when to step away from online, know when they need real professional help, and we need to look out for each other and know when to help with that too.
Do you actually think that? Because if so, you shouldn't be on the internet, right? And you need to go see someone. Your hate towards
Showcase, like, you are not owed an apology, Allie. Sam befriended your victims. You were an easy mark, clearly. And what I mean by that is that if Sam has done this to other influencers, she hasn't done this because other influencers don't have this many victims. You're an easy mark because if Sam is entertained by causing shit, you are an easy person to cause shit with. And she's skilled at it. She caused shit a little bit, at least with all of us. But you are responsible for every decision you made, Allie, even if it was under the guidance of Sam.
It's me. I'm going to get a restraining order on you.
See, it is bingo card. It's restraining order. I'm waiting. I don't even know what that would be. I don't. I definitely haven't left my city officers. What when I haven't sent her an email. I sent her 2 DMs this entire time. Yeah, because I think I've only ever said in a video I reached out for a one-on-one conversation because I don't really do typed back and forth. What are we watching now, Allie? More from you.
I have said since the beginning that I'm scared that you are going to come into my house in the middle of the night and...
Have you been saying that since the beginning? Because that's new to me, but that might be something my brain deleted. So showcase that. Could you show me before where you said you were gonna I was gonna stab you? Do you have that? Because that's just more evidence for you stalking, bullying, and harming me, right? That's what that is. That's what this is. I might have a case against you for defamation. There's many cases against you.
Stab me. Do you remember how you said that I was your birthday present? Do you have someone that you're talking to about your obsession with me?
Anyone I talk to on a weekly basis want to chime in? Do you know about Allie? They know about Allie. Don't you worry. When an autistic person has a special interest in influencers who start cults, they've heard about all of the people. And yeah, of course they've heard about you. I probably would like to stop hearing about you.
Because I went quiet for a month. You know that the lady who started all of this stuff about me is a liar.
So this is a question I have. Did Sam turn a woman's death into a circus? Was that Sam? Because I haven't seen anything that indicates that's Sam. That was Allie here. You're the one who constantly centered yourself and confused everyone because she was simultaneously the victim and the villain, and you were always the hero, except when you played the victim. And you've made everybody else wrong, and you've attacked everybody constantly, and you lie through your little lying mouth constantly, like how you're scared of me. Emotionally, yes, but physically, no, that's not how we act to people who we're terrified might hurt us. We egg them on. We poke at them. We send them DMs. You're doing that to me in hopes I might do that to you so you can showcase it. It's not gonna. I word salad. I don't, and I type out things that might be able to be misconstrued. What they can't be misconstrued is crimes.
Liar. And you can't even bring yourself to have compassion for 2 seconds, but you have a Venn diagram about how you're going to help the whole world and start.
Correct. I have compassion for 8 billion people. Guess how many fucks I have to give about one Miss Allison Priestley who harms everybody to help herself. All for her gigantic ego. Gigantic ego. 0 fucks. 0 fucks to give. You're still a human. You're still on your own journey. I think you're exactly who you're meant to be. But am I going to change what I'm doing in the world for your benefit? Nope. You have all your little followers for that. You have your giant ego for that. I know how horrible that is. So you have fun pulling that around. I shed mine a long time ago. No, not my whole ego. But you know what I mean.
Start your own fucking cult.
I wish I was okay with starting a cult. This would have been so much easier if I could actually be like, I'm the Jubilee, come follow me. Kicking and screaming away from money and people. Yeah, that's me. Wild it. Yeah, it's a whole thing. We love it. Love it for us.
If anyone in this situation, even the people that even you, if I heard that you relapse.
People in this situation have had meltdowns and begged Allison to stop. Other people have begged her to stop at other points in time. And she gives 0 fucks. 0 fucks about anyone but herself. If any of you asked me to stop for my mental health, well, I also wouldn't do that, would I? Allie, you are your own worst enemy for your own mental health.
That you got set, that you like could have lost your life, I would literally feel terrible. I stopped so everyone would stop getting hurt. You were trying.
One more time. You did not stop. Someone dragged your phone out of your hand, dragged your camera away. You did not, you were forced to stop because there was a lot going on. And now you're right back in it. The second you got it back, the second you found out something you could start more drama with, you were like, oh, let me just narcissist all over this. Right? Let me just make this all about me more. Wasn't enough I made a woman's death about me. I need to make everybody concentrated on whether I am okay. Allie, your entitlement is like,
trying to get people fired. CPS was getting called. You should not be on the internet. You need to be somewhere else. Do you know that this?
Oh my God, the mug, the mug, the mug. All right, so after Allie was deplatformed, her victims had a little moment of peace. And this picture of a mug was created and posted on Reddit. Allie, with her Instagram account, she's off TikTok, made it into a big thing, blamed another person, kept that up, cries about the fact that it's her worst nightmare that she can't handle Canva. I mean, if that is anyone's worst nightmare, I'm not discounting it. But everything is just drama with this woman. Oh my God, you wore red? Oh my God. Like everything is just an attack. Let's hear what she has to say about that. All right, let's just. And who knows? Like, I wanted that cup because ASAC's tears, all she does is faux cry. If that's the thing, it'd be empty, wouldn't it? It'd be empty because there's no real tears. You're just like rubbing them out, just rubbing them out. Unlike Kyle, who can cry on cue, but it's acting. This is a fun little, all these four people. Can the other two? I don't know. Sam, Zedgy Dogs, can you guys cry on command?
Literally like sent me over the edge in conjunction with everything else. You guys made merch. Rolling Rosemary made merch. ASAC tears.
No, she didn't make merch. She made a picture. You know how I know? Because I couldn't buy it. And I had to instead make my own. See? And this way it can also be used on TikTok without me needing to change the screen around. I love it. You know why? Because I made it without Canva. I just used a Sharpie. Good old narc tears. It'll also be empty because they're faux tears. Which is the whole point, right? It's not we're laughing at her actual sadness. It's her ridiculousness of constantly playing the victim while being the biggest bully. The biggest.
And you made fun of how my brain works and that I like have struggled to use basic computer programs while saying that I can do all this fancy editing and that I'm lying when I'm the only person in this whole situation who provides receipts. I absolutely deserve an apology.
Did you provide receipts for the fact that you think I'm going to stab you? Where's your receipts that I have any violence in my past whatsoever? Any run-ins in with the cops? Anything that would indicate that? Because I emote? Because you project all your inner shadow onto me? Yeah, who do you want to? Because we... Please don't murder people. Please don't murder people.
And now I'm going to absolutely get a restraining order. I suggest you hire legal representation.
Okay. I don't need to hire legal representation because I've done nothing illegal. Nothing. Not a little thing. And it just so happens I have friends, families, acquaintances who are lawyers. If I really needed that legal advice, I get it for free. Probably. Because that's what the universe delivers. It's lucky ones. The ones who are here for all its people. Again, that includes Allison Priestley. It just isn't centered on Allison Priestley. I know that you don't understand the difference. I get it. I'm sorry. I can't help you there.
Immediately, Jubilee. Harassment, stalking, defamation, bullying, and now you guys have taken my income. And you
What income? And show me the bullying, the harm, the harassment. Besides the income part, right? There, what harm? And the income, what income? Thought you didn't make money on TikTok. Are you taking brand deals? I know you have your little, I guess it's just your Amazon storefront where you're telling people to buy things, telling your cult followers to buy things when they probably don't have the money. So you can get a little piece of that and the earth can pay the price for more stuff people don't need. Great. Is that with your little Instagram with the little glass things I saw right before you blocked me? I don't know. Maybe that's a friend who makes beautiful things and maybe it's someone who's paying you to sling their stuff. We don't know. She sure is upper butt about this mug. I think we're projecting. Are we projecting? Are you merchant? Are you getting stuff? Are you making money nefariously and projecting that onto Rosemary?
You can get roped into all of the trademark stuff too. I don't deserve an apology. If you know the person lied, like you are absolutely cruel and deluded and you need help. But you need to stay so far away from me. Do you hear me? Okay, Juby, here's the deal. Okay, Juby, here's the deal. You don't get to contact me ever again.
Does somebody not understand PDA autism? You don't get to contact me ever again. Okay, cool. I'm down with that. I contacted you exactly twice. In the DMs on Instagram.
Okay, Juby, here's the deal. You don't get to contact me ever again. You need to lawyer up. You need to get some representation immediately. Do you hear me? And then you're going to be receiving a restraining order from me.
I've been waiting months, man. Come on. Again, I would love to hear that conversation. I guess it would have to be with the Vancouver PD, right? Is that how that would have to work? I don't know. They have real things to deal with.
As soon as I can get it. Samara Granovsky has done 2 bogus wellness checks on me, trying to get me arrested. As an
Allie has done bogus wellness checks on people, had her followers do it, including to Black women who, of course, have a much greater chance of having violence happen every interaction they have with the cops. Except, of course, compared to Allie here, because she just goes all out violence at the cops, I guess. I don't know. That sounds like a very dangerous. Maybe stop using autism as an excuse for that, because it's not helping you. The cops don't care. They kill a lot of autistic people every year. That's on gut, not on statistics that I know, but just because they misunderstand the situation, much like you misunderstand everyone who you attack who's autistic. My hypothesis is that because she's not and has made it her excuse for everything, so she doesn't have to take ownership over anything. And that is nobody I know who I believe has autism's experience. That is, yeah, it's a different journey than that. But maybe this is her unique journey. Maybe this is her unique journey.
autistic woman, she's trying to get me arrested when she knows that I've freaked out on the cops before. And then she texts me and said, why don't you freak out on the cops? You're going to get arrested. You're going to jail. Calling a bogus wellness check on a woman that you just put through an actual mental health crisis, whether she's autistic or not, is one of the worst things that you could ever do. And I am autistic. I am disabled. I saw all those comments. I saw all the things you said. How dare any of you question any?
So I forgot what I was going to say before about the wellness check, which is that she absolutely needed a wellness check called on her. She posted in her bathtub, I believe. It looked similar anyway. So it sounded very echoey of like, the girl's dead, and like she was on, like she had taken a lot of things. It was worrisome, and yes, someone needed to check on her. Unfortunately, if that's the cops, it's the cops. As a white woman, it's just nowhere near as risky unless you act a idiot. Allie?
Anyone's on.
I'm trying to figure out the nervous system. I get it. Some of us go into fight, and I do not go into fight when confronted with authority. And so it sucks if that is your natural nervous system response to authority. But you need to get help to not, because you're going to end up getting your life ended by a person in blue with weapons if you have that happen. And, anyway, continuing on.
Autism diagnosis, but that is like, I didn't find out till last year, and it saved my life. None of you get to decide who I am. Do you hear me?
Correct. Nobody gets to decide who you are. Nobody else's opinion of you is the real you. However, when everybody's experience of you is that you're a bully and their life is worse when you're in it, except for your followers who are like in love with you, and your life is so much better with you in it, except then you block them.
And what does this mean? I'm just bringing that up because you are all so ableist. But when I talked to the cops the other day, when they came, they said that if people that I've told to not contact me, which is you, I have asked you so many times, I said I'm scared of you, how many times? You can say whatever you want to say.
I don't know. Was anyone counting? How many times has she suggested that I'm a terrifying, scary person? To her used to be hundreds of thousands of followers, currently in the thousands of followers. How many times have you suggested that I'm a terrifying person to your entire audience, which makes you an actually scary person? You actually damage people's reputations who do not deserve it in any way. There's no receipts for that. But you show something and then you talk around it like you have a receipt. Constantly we go through that on this channel about you.
Say about me on social media, but that if you contact me personally, that's harassment. You did that today. So
unless she's just outright lying, she is referring to the 2 Instagram messages I sent amongst her however many in stories she made, right? I can't.
Calling the cops right now, and I'm gonna get a restraining order to let things calm down, to let the truth be revealed, and it was. And you still have the audacity to say stuff like this because I wouldn't team up with you. Juby asked me to go on a call unrecorded this morning after you just bullied.
That is a near impossibility. I asked you to go on a recorded call, right? Video chat that wouldn't be public, just recorded. I didn't ask you to team up. I just said we could have a video chat that is recorded. Because that might have been beneficial in your Allie versus Sam debacle. Or just in the Allie gets her shit together. I don't know. Well, either universe says that I'm supposed to chat with you or offer it anyway, but it's just always on the table.
Stalked and harassed me for the last 3 months. You are scary. And then what does this mean? You're not owed an apology. Sam befriended your victims. You think you're a victim of me. How can people
No, because I don't think I'm a victim of anything. Like, that's not, but like, no, I've enjoyed this thoroughly, Allie. So no, I'm in no way a victim of you. But if we looked at the actual things you've done, yes, I am. You put me in a YouTube video twice making me look crazy without any of the other context, right? The stuff that I was doing in the very beginning just to help, just to act like, hey, you're just running around the drama triangle. You've done so many things to bully, harm, harass, stalk everybody. We're pretty sure a lot of the multiple counts are you, right? Just, I can't, Allie. The hypocrisy. That's probably weighing you down too.
people who make videos about me, stalk me, come out of nowhere, start hating?
Okay, if you were a neighbor of mine and I was making videos and posting them online, even if it only had 20 viewers, right? That would be weird and creepy and like, yeah, no, no. But that's not what I'm doing. You are an influencer. You're trying to be more of an influencer. Therefore, people are allowed to critique you. Your ideas, they will critique you as a person. If you're not up for that, if your mental health isn't up for that, social media is not safe for you to be on for yourself. If you can't handle any critique, and you can't handle any critique, you need to step away for your own benefit.
Hating me for no reason, be my victim. I don't know you. First of all, I was an easy mark, clearly. Oh, so for a woman who's a covert narcissist, it's okay that I got abused. Am I?
Nope, just that you were an easy mark because you had so many victims. You were looking for money, so you were an easy mark for her, for an influencer to pay. You were like money hungry, right? Just like, give me that money. Even in the ones you're going after, Sam, you're like, this is going to cost you more money or you're going to end up in jail. As far as I know, Sam hasn't done anything illegal. So, good luck with that. Immoral, unethical, potentially, yeah. I wouldn't want to be their friend. I wouldn't want to be your friend anymore, knowing what I know. But not illegal. You just showcase crimes online. You need legal help. Just briefly pausing from the clean. Oh, we need a camera. Not just that. Right. Sam has potentially committed crimes, right? Either Allie or Sam, right? The revenge porn stuff that was posted online. One, was it posted online? I do believe it was in fact posted online, right? Have we confirmed that? Who posted it online, right? One of them did, or someone else trying to frame one of them. From what I know, Sam knew about it right away, right? That is highly suspect. So she doesn't need to explain anything, but I do believe she might be under investigation for a crime. That crime, which should be a crime. That's a disgusting thing to do, right? Revenge porn and fake revenge porn. Both those things. Allie absolutely threatened with the pictures. But if Sam put those pictures up to frame Allie, Samara needs to be in jail for that. Not Allie. That was an illegal thing to do, right? If it was done. So are the pictures up somewhere, and who put them there is the question, right? Yeah, it's a problem.
An easy mark because I'm autistic, or am I an easy mark just because I'm stupid? Where do you want to?
I guess the second one, since I don't think you're the first one, if those are my two options, right? I actually think you're more willfully hurtful to people than stupid. I hope you're stupid. I hope this is just you not comprehending shit and not you maliciously trying to hurt people. But I really do think it's the malicious one. This is just like too much happening for you to be doing this unintentionally, for you to be trying to harm people and not taking a step back and self-reflecting on Allie and why she's constantly in the center of all of this drama and blaming everybody else.
To go with that. And you're also admitting that you got duped by her. Like you are out of control.
So that I would, after that, I showcase the 2 times she has me in the, so I'm going to put that on while I find the Instagram links. Empowerment triangle, the definition. Nope, she picked the 2 most crazy making. Let's make Jubilee look crazy. It's not that hard.
Back, calm down, and all of this has just been so unbelievably intense, and I cannot thank you enough for everyone that has supported me. But this wig is for you, Barry Ann, and for all the people who have just been unbelievably horrible and disgusting the last few days.
Stay away from my page, my videos, the people I'm co-creating a better world with. Who should I be staying away with? You're on my videos. You're sending your followers other places. This isn't going to go how you think it's going to go. I'm immune to social media drama. I have God on my side. I'm not here for clout. I'm not here for followers. I'm here to do God's work. Everything you do is just helping me in that. So keep at it, Allie. You do you.
And just exposing even more of what I talk about. Like, why do you guys want me to be quiet?
I learn from my own projections. Because I know I am projecting and learning from it, I both allow myself to do it, usually in private, not on social media. And I project so much less since allowing myself to go through that process. But now I have to find some pretty grand examples of blind spots and projection in order to be able to learn myself. So when I found a content creator this week who started some drama on my birthday and saw them as a call out account, I did allow myself to be a little bit of a call out account, and I'm allowing myself to play in that energy. I know what I'm doing. I don't need it to be any different than it is. I know who and what I am and what I'm doing in this world. And it's not trying to be a social media influencer. It's living in this bed and creating a world that works for everyone. Doing the next right thing and being in integrity with myself. Feeling like I'm doing the right thing in my body and caring so much less what anyone else thinks of me. In large part because of the learning through projection. But damn, can I spot it in other people? And this has been quite the week.
We can all exist.
Oh, good times. All right, back to, I'm just going to. So this are what, when she saw me on Instagram, and she's terrified. So she blocks me instantly, right? Nope. She DMs me and sends me and makes 3 stories about me, right? So we're just going to watch those. We're just going to watch the Instagram stories and then we're basically done.
Ooh, another one of my stalkers decided to show up this morning. Hey, Juby, you're going to get roped into all of this too, right? This is a huge deal. This is a huge cyber stalking case. I'm going to,
It's a big deal in so many ways because this all leads back to Samara Granovsky and her lies. But you did some of the creepiest shit. I know you're still doing creepy shit. And why the fuck are you here? Why the fuck are you here, Juby?
On the internet? On Earth? I would like, right, little miss, I'm claiming autism, to stop using the word creepy about other autistic people. She should really just stop using the word creepy at all. Each time you want to use the word creepy, insert the actual creepy behavior, right? You mean my hyper focus on your being a bully and your horrible social media antics? Yeah, I can see why that's creepy on you, right? But what is the creepy, right? The actual creepy, the amount of content. Say it every time by all means, but stop putting the label creepy on autistic people in their actions. Her followers just doing that for her might be helpful, right? What is the creepy? Don't use the word creepy. It's ableist. She's always going to use it against autistic people. And so is Caitlin here. Good morning, Caitlin, the one who hates autistic people and is raising one. Like, I never went anywhere. And I was checking your Instagram daily. Just checking, seeing how many followers there were, seeing if you were up to anything. I was also checking your YouTube to see comments, to see there were some worrying comments of people who were way too into Allison, way too like my mental, and people worried about her legitimately. Maybe you could reach out and be actual friends with people. Get to know them one-on-one. Small video chat, I suggest.
You're a stalker. You have some serious shit going on with you, and I am scared of you. I am dead, like, serious.
Here's a secret. It's not a secret that you should know as an adult. Nobody else is responsible for your emotions. And fear is an emotion when it isn't based on anything. If somebody's threatening you, that's not the emotion that's the problem. It's the threat. You're making everybody responsible for your feelings. That's not, grown-ups can't do that. Especially white women who have affluent enough parents that they can afford to have you living in their basement. Like, other people have bigger problems and can't be concentrating on one Miss Allison Priestley. Your emotions need to be your problem.
Scared that you're going to show up at my house and fucking stab me. That's how scared I am of you. I left the internet for a month and you're already back on my case. Leave me.
Right. If you leave for years. Kyle sees it was 3 years. I mean, he wasn't off the internet. I just didn't know of his existence kind of for 3 years. Yeah, I'm gonna be curious as to what you're up to. As a follower, right? Like not a follower, but like, yeah, if you want to be an influencer, if you want to have followers, I'm gonna be really worried about them. So I told you at the very beginning of this, I'm gonna be keeping an eye on you. And that my goal was to have you deplatformed. Now I don't. That's no longer my goal. The universe has shown me other things. I no longer feel the need to have you not have a voice online where you're going to harm people. But I will keep making my content and it will find who it's meant to find.
Me the fuck alone. You're going to get charged with something too. Do you fucking hear me?
We've got to read it. Read it. A stalker who needs a major wake-up call. Solution raising. Hour-long conversations that generate solutions we could implement now with 10,000 people or less. I'm terrifying. Terrifying, I tell you. Okay, more.
Are you all out of your
So then I sent the messages that were like, yep. So like after she sent that, after she said those horrible DMs, and then I saw her, oh, I already saw the stuff about Samara, but I was like, yes, I would like to let you know the universe had me do it. Like logically not the smartest thing, but I was like, meh, we listen to that. So yeah, I sent her a message of like, hey, if you want to talk about Sam, I think Sam is a problem. On recorded, non-public video chat, right? Oh, it did not go well for you, Allie. It did not go well for you. This is what she makes in response to the one I sent, right? She puts
fucking minds? Juby, the person who has scared me the most, the person that I was scared was going to come to my house and stab me, just messaged me in my DMs. You saw it. I'm sorry. You also believe that Sam is the culprit here? Are you fucking kidding me, Juby? The things that you said about me were so horrible. You DM me and you don't say sorry first? What the fuck is wrong with you? I'm shaking. And then I go to your video.
The issue is because she's allowed herself to project all of her issues onto Sam. Oh, Sam did all of it. Just like when she let herself project all of her problems onto autism. Oh, it was autism. No. Got reversed. Rewind a little tiny bit.
The person who has scared me the most, the person that I was scared was going to come to my house and stab me, just messaged me in my DMs. You saw it. I'm sorry.
Like, I don't remember what I was going to say, but I love that. Like, you saw it. She messaged me. You can even see in the screenshot she shares, I'm not the first one who messaged.
You also believe that Sam is the culprit here? Are you fucking kidding me, Juby? The things that you said about me were so horrible. You DM me and you don't say sorry first?
I still remember what I was going to say. But yeah, you're not owed an apology because there's nothing I would apologize for.
What the fuck is wrong with you? I'm shaking. And then I go to your video and guess who's there? Aquarian Music Witch. You
constantly she brings this up like it's a conspiracy. Jane is my friend. I don't understand why you don't understand that. I met them through this. Meeting the people is the reason I do this, it turns out. It was the people. Even you are a challenger. That's the villain in the empowerment dynamic. From the drama triangle to the empowerment dynamic. You are sure a challenger, an anti-guru. So thanks. But it's not a fun role to play. So I suggest not being that. Not being a villain. Being a challenger all you want. That's what I do, and I'm good with it. I'm good with my role. Because I'm also the creator and the coach.
You all owe me the biggest apology. You owe me my fucking accounts back. You owe me my reputation back. And you owe me my mental health.
Reputation? Did anyone say you were going to go into their room and stab them? Repeatedly? Constantly? Did anyone do that? Did anyone say that you essayed them constantly, which you did to someone else? No? Interesting.
Back, Juby. The shit you said about me played in my mind over and over, and now you're backtracking. Good morning, Emily DeWolfson. I saw a comment this morning on.
All right. There we go. Under an hour and a half. I do very long form content. I showed the GB one, right? We showed it partway through. I'm nearly certain we did. Yes. Reddit. I started a Reddit to document this. And that is Allie and I. My experience with Allie as my Allie put out this reel. She was like all day, like she posted 63 videos the day before yesterday. And then yesterday had a breakdown, was like, I'm taking a break, took a break for the rest of the afternoon, then came back today with a bunch of, actually, I'm still attacking Carrie Ann. Go put ones on review. We're not going to watch those because we're going to keep this short. We're just going to watch Allie's reel of the stories from yesterday of her attacking Carrie Ann and Jane. I don't think the ones where she attacks Roxy are in here.
Hello?
Good morning.
Hi, can I help you?
So that's her posting Jane's review, right, of Carrie Ann's food truck that is just a explanation of why other people are giving bad reviews. From what I can see, Jane's review is deleted from Yelp right now. Mine is all of the bad ones. Allie is now telling her followers, not in this video, but in a different one, to go post without any explanation, just with a 1 star and say, don't eat the food. She has that full up on Instagram.
Yeah, if Emily DeWolfson is gonna.
So now these are just clips of all the ones she did on Jade, right? Emily's a whole ass psycho stalker. Just the words on the screen show what a bully Allie is.
Stalk me. What? They're all talking to each other like, oh, Allie's mad. What did you guys expect to happen? What did you? My hands are so tied at this point. All of these rich people knew that they put me in this position. And what did they think? I was just going to be quiet. And I mean, Carrie Ann put her. I called Temple University again this morning. Like, social media policies.
So she called Jane's University, the thing she says she doesn't do, and not only just one video, but she's going to give the number and the email for her followers to call too. Allie, forget she has 2,000 followers and not 500,000. You're getting 3 emails max.
Exist for a reason. If you guys are so worried about my online activities, I'm a little bit worried. These people truly don't see me as human. This isn't about drama.
So now she has tagged, she unblocked Jane just to tag them and then tagged their university at the same time. We're not a bully, are we, Allie? Every time Allie hates on someone, like 90% of the time they're autistic, and you support that. So again, when are you going to pick your son and his future, a future for autistic people where we can be parents and we can have special interests and we can have friendships? Allie hates on everybody. You think my tone is hating? I kind of do hate you at the moment, right? We're working through that and you're helping by hanging out. As close as I've hated anyone, Caitlin, it's you. It's you I hate because of your autism mumminess. I think you're a horrible mother. A horrible mother. And each day you decide to help Allie bully fellow autistics, even if they're fellow autistics, right? You're still helping create a horrible world where autistic people are called creepy and that's okay. You're helping Allie be ableist against autistic people daily, constantly. So those are fun choices as an autistic mommy that your kid can find your footprint on later, right? Who fucking cares if his name's here when his mother's acting horrible? And he's autistic, so he'll be able to actually see it, right? You're gonna lose your son over this shit one day. You, and I mean your grown-up ass son, right? When he sees what a horrible person you are. Where you were standing up for Miss Fake Autism as she started a cult and bullied people claiming autism. And you, Caitlin, fully supported that, backed her, were her friend during that entire 2023. Well, she called autistic people creepy, and you called autistic people creepy. I'm good with my choices. The ones I haven't, I make amends for.
This is about like real life shit. Like I do not care. Emily DeWolfson is dangerous. Here's Temple University, the phone number you should call. This is like their student affairs line. And I have the lady that I emailed. And so that's student affairs. You call and say, I would like to report a student who is very, very dangerous and is literally pushing people to take their own lives just because.
All right. And now we have even more to watch because she just posted more. So let's just end that here, that beautiful reel, and get that public. Allie, you're a bully. You're a bully. Stop being a bully. Everything you post might be proof for your rabid followers who, honestly, you could basically do anything and they're still going to follow you, clearly. But to the rest of the world, you're not looking great. Is this why you're hemorrhaging Instagram followers, or are you going through and micromanaging them? You're losing them. Maybe go to YouTube. Maybe post long form content. Concentrate on that. Pick a new niche. Marijuana? Healing from narcissism? Not narcissistic abuse, narcissism. Because you got it, sweetie. Clearly. Go deal with your narcissistic wound and stop posting crimes. Telling your followers to go in 2 days in a row to go and give false Yelp reviews with video evidence, right? Photo evidence. We're going to watch one more from the Mean Girls is Sad Girls channel. And then if I'm not done, I'm going to come back on and watch the interchange with Carissa, but is its own broadcast so that it's public on this channel. She's put out like 50 videos today. How many videos can one person put out without making any point? Let's listen to more.
So if anyone could have sued me in this situation, they already would have. I'm the only one who has shit on anyone.
First of all, Samara told everyone that she has a lawsuit and is pursuing it. She actually does have a legal case, I assume, and I assume she is not pursuing it because she's a lying liar. And she just told everyone that that was the case so she could get them. Caitlin and her tokenization, right? This one who literally tokenized Black people at the end of our conversation said she couldn't be racist because she has Black friends. I had to get off that phone call because that annoyed the fuck out of me, right? She doubled down and was like, no, not tokenism, the other one. this is also tokenism, right? Just because you follow somebody, yeah, I'm probably friends with a lot of the autistics because I created an autistic community on TikTok. An actually autistic, actual community, right? Just because you follow people, there might be one or two autistics you can stand, doesn't mean you're not ableist as shit, Caitlin. Go sit with how you treat autistic people. Again, calling them creepy, right? You are creepy. You have disgusting behavior towards autistic. You're doing it for Allie, or you're doing it for your own ableism. Either way, go sit with that shit to be a better mom to your autistic son who's going to grow up and see how horrible you treated people who are autistic. To do her bidding or not do her bidding or whatever it was, right? That aside, what are we going to sue you for? By your own admission, you have no money. So unless we're going after you for crimes to get you put in prison, which actually there are enough of, you've blackmailed, you've done libel, you've done so much. You've bullied, you've stalked, you've harmed, you've harassed. It would be an example, right? If at the end when someone says you're racist, you're like, I couldn't be racist because I have some friends. I can't be an autistic, horrible to autistic people because my kid's autistic. Nope, that's not how that works. That is tokenization, right? You wanting to bring in, right? You wanting to bring in that you couldn't be racist because of your ancestor you have that you didn't want my mom to tell me about, right? That exchange. You're racist as fuck, Caitlin. Again, you care more about being labeled as racist or labeled as against autistic people than actually sitting with it and being a better human being. And that's the problem. Yes, I get it's coming from me in a bitchy tone, but you're the one acting racist and making the world horrible. You're the one acting ableist, making the world worse for your future son. On repeat, multiple people. However, you and your parents don't have money. Your parents are going to lose their house because of their spoiled brat daughter who cannot let go of the fact that she has a narcissistic wound and needs to make everybody else wrong for every horrible decision she made along the way. Still has not owned any of it, still has not apologized for any of it. But let's hear what else she has to say. The 20 videos she put out since noon.
Seriously, anybody would have sued me if they could. They know that I don't have money. They buried me with it. But here's the thing. I don't have money personally, but my parents, like, if something actually fucking went down, if Carrie Ann, she keeps threatening me like, oh, it's going to go down. This won't end like you think it will. If you could have done something, you would have. You had to do something sketchy and off.
Why are you so stupid, Allie? Like, why? This is exactly what happened when Carrie Ann was like, by the way, I'm gonna buy your trademarks. You were like, you can't do that, because you can't do that. Except she did do that. Legally. Warned you, you could have taken down your stuff. You could have backed up your TikTok account. But you were in delusion that it could possibly happen. And now you're having a tantrum that it did happen. Instead of figuring out another path. Any other path. Where you're not on self-destruct. And taking everyone down with you, including your family.
Offhand, because I didn't actually do anything fucking wrong. Right?
She relentlessly bullied, attacked, harmed, harassed, stalked person after person after person. Autistic creator after autistic creator. Harming their mental health, their physical health, their platforms. All of it. On repeat. Your entire account is proof of you being a bully. The real question is finding a video that's not you being a bully. It's you educating or helping in any way and not attacking someone. That's not true. We have two in here where she's showing a hot tub for 5 seconds. Keep up with that content. Just stop being a bully. I mean, they aren't helpful or teaching, but they're neutral, right? They're not harming people. So by all means, neutrality is great in this case.
Broke myself because I was working towards a dream the last 2 years that is not over just because of these stupid.
By the way, we're trying to keep this off TikTok because TikTok's had to deal with all of this enough. But the comments on TikTok where someone on my account is talking about how your parents, they're counting on you for their retirement. They need you to have your 500,000 followers. Because they lost all their money in a cult and don't have any money for retirement whatsoever. And yet you're saying you're going to risk their money even further? Do your parents know what you've been up to? Like, they've already tied themselves so together with you that anyone going after you, you're living in their house. You're tied together. They could easily go after your parents, especially since you're an autistic disabled woman that you keep saying, not realizing the world's ableist AF. Gonna get you on a, can't remember what Britney was on, Britney Spears. Therefore, your parents are liable, right? You can't be held responsible. Any legal person can pursue that line with your own wording. But yeah, I have a business. Actually, I'm a disabled woman. I can't do anything. I'm this, I'm that. You can't follow it through. Your wording changes so fast. It's hard for anyone to keep up with what the current narrative is.
Stupid people. If anything, it's more alive than ever. I might not have money right now personally, but my parents, yeah, they don't have a ton of money. I'm not expecting them to put it up, but if for in offense, but if anyone thinks that my parents wouldn't fucking help me if this shit really went down, they're out of their fucking.
Who has said your parents wouldn't help you? I think we've said the exact opposite. They have and would put their money and house on the line for you. You're risking your parents' financial future. Continually, constantly.
Minds. Carrie Ann does not have, like, her threats do not hold a fucking flame. Nothing. What are you gonna do? They would have sued me if they already could. They have fucking nothing. And I have so much on all of these people. So I'm gonna get, and then if any of them want to fuck around and try to sue me, let's go. And actually think she can threaten me. She's out of her mind, especially with the shit with Sam, especially with everything else that happened, with the actual defamation on top of everything. Like, if I had a lawyer right now, which I've had tons of attorneys, but going through with trying to sue them is a different matter. I can't talk too much about it. It's hundreds of thousands of dollars if you really want to, like, do this thing. So it takes time to find other people. I have a ton of different resources. I have a ton of different interests. Like, it's just going to take fucking time. But they cannot threaten me. Sue me. I dare you. Because you've already tried. Ugh, I just feel.
Who tried? What are you talking about? Who tried to sue you and then it didn't work? You mean you've tried to sue people, you talked to multiple lawyers, and you don't have a case. But since you're a narcissist and you think you're in the right, you think if you don't have a case, nobody has a case. Here's the difference. We were all bullied by you. You are claiming to have been bullied by all of us. You cannot prove, you can prove on TikTok court, you can prove on Instagram where you can have flowery language and pretend you have receipts. You can convince an audience you might be right. But a court of law, even a lawyer who you're paying, No case. Definitely not somebody going to take this on pro bono, even if you're going after rich people, right? Samara has money. How much would you have to go after her for to pay yourself back? And you'd have to win. They'd have to know that there was actually a case. Samara has a case against you, likely. Like, she probably could pursue it if she wanted to. I don't think that was ever her plan. She lied and said it was, is my current understanding, having talked to many people about that lawsuit that she kept saying she was going to do because of the therapy thing, right? Again, she has a case. I saw your receipts proving the point, where you kept saying, like, I just like I make it very clear I'm not a therapist. Funny how none of the receipts show that. Not a single one. They in fact show the opposite of that. I charge this for mental health, right? Fundamentally misunderstood that, like, because Samara has money, she must have paid all of us to do what is right. Therefore, everything we did is under suspect. Nope. We were standing on justice and truth. Was part of that truth not correct because it was from Samara? Possibly. A tiny bit of it, right? Tiny bit. Doesn't undo all the harm this Allie person has done on repeat. Does not undo needing her deplatformed from TikTok for the harm she was causing. And as we can tell, still plans on continuing to cause whatever platform she has. Oh, Allie. I hope your parents know this is her foreshadowing, her losing their house for them. Again, on repeat.
Feel better. It's like, I don't need to feel trapped or like admitted that she did this because she just doesn't like me. Oh.
Again, that's what Allie said during the conversation. You just did this because you don't like me. No, it's because you're a relentless, and that's not, I'm just paraphrasing. It's because you're a relentless bully. She just keeps saying it's because we don't like her. None of us have gone after other people. We're not even going after you. We're just trying to help you stop causing harm to yourself and everybody else.
Well, yeah, you can't just go and threaten people. Like, if I could full on hire like an attorney and pursue this right now, it would be game fucking over.
No, it wouldn't. You know how you know that? Because if it was, somebody would take it on, not pro bono, but to get that money at the end, right? But what happens with trademarks is you would need to go to court for hundreds of thousands of dollars, and then you might end up with your trademark. Then at that point, you probably still can't download your content because time will have expired. And it probably won't be on TikTok anymore at all. I mean, I know with YouTube, it's what, 3 months, 6 months that you can recover it for if you lose your account, if you get your account back. You've lost that content because you did not back it up. So your option is go to court for hundreds of thousands of dollars. No lawyer is going to take that on because there's no money to gain. Your trademarks aren't worth millions of dollars. No one's legally harmed you, so you can go after them for a lot of money. The most you can do is pay hundreds of thousands of dollars to get trademarks. So you can what? Continue to bully? Continue to start a cult? Conversations with Allie and Allie starts a cult? Just influencer. Seriously.
It's not even funny. It's actually insane. So I need to stop feeling like trapped or anything like that. It sucks that I don't have the money to do it, but
right. As someone who is lashing out because you feel trapped, I agree you don't need to feel trapped. There is every possibility in front of you, aside from the one you're fixated on. Pick a new platform. If you're not constantly attacking, pick a niche where you cannot attack people. Pot is just a great niche. What are you going to do? What are you going to do with pot? They're smoking a sativa instead of an indica. It says, Why does that sound like the water purifier instead? I don't know. Only hybrids on this channel or you're done blocking you. I don't know. They get creative.
It just shows exactly what the spiritual community and people who believe in the law of attraction are willing to do because of someone they disagree with. This is fucking bonkers. But she can't threaten me. She's like,
I don't even know who amongst us believes in the law. No, I don't think anyone believes in the law of attraction. Different versions of manifestation. Different versions of if you asked questions, you could get to the actual truth instead of you knee-jerk thinking. We must all mean the toxic spirituality version that you think hurt you, that you're making responsible for all the harm caused to you by New Age spirituality. But Allie joined several cults, didn't she? Allie was still there. Allie has still not deconstructed. Neither of her followers.
I'll pursue everything. Oh, like you didn't already fucking try. And my parents, yeah, we might live pay.
No, why would anyone have pursued every legal action? Because legal actions take money. Why would anyone? You're off of TikTok. But if you continually try to bash everybody on Instagram and YouTube, there might be enough of a reason for people to go after you. Still, go after your house, go after your finances. Bankrupt you completely if that's what needs to happen. Not me. I don't have money. No one's coming after me for money because I don't got any. You see? It's like blood from a stone. Good luck. Good luck.
Paycheck to paycheck, but they are very smart people. And they would back me up 100% if this shit actually goes down, if I can't find someone to represent me in a different way. Or do it my fucking self. They're to get off the internet for the day. But I do have a
spoiler alert, no, she's not. She's about to make a ton of content at a spa.
trademark attorney. Hello? That's different. I absolutely 100% have a trademark attorney. If I want to sue these people, that's a completely different matter. But I 100% have a trademark attorney. So that's what I was trying to tell Carrie Ann. I'm like, you don't own these aren't yours, right?
She 100% had a trademark attorney. 100% had a trademark attorney. She's fired so many then, right? Or they've fired her so many times, so many. And then she had the beer trademark attorney for a while. Nothing against him. They're just their account was a trademark account. Their website was a trademark account. And they had their own like, what kind of beer are you? Or what kind of, I did not know what they got themselves into with this one.
Like, can I ask you what you're planning on doing with these? Like, there's all these other things. Like, this is the most interesting fucking situation, but I am not gonna feel beat down. I'm the only one with options here, actually. I will not let her beat me down with money. I'll let you see all the other texts. Like, she was so fucking condescending. People with money that are mean, you just hit a special interest. I have a lot of interest in Denver and stuff. I need a Canadian lawyer, an international lawyer, pro bono, works on, whatever it's called, or like they don't get paid till after and I win. I mean, if anybody knows anybody, let's just get the story going. This is I got to make it public at this point. And Carrie Ann has made it very clear. Like, I've gotten enough evidence. I know what happens now. I have all the, like, let's go. This is what I've been doing for months, is trying to figure all this out. But if any of what I'm trying to say by this is, like, if any of you have connections, I've had tons of meetings with all sorts of attorneys. But the hard thing is actually pursuing like a civil matter. But I do have a trademark attorney, so I don't know why Carrie Ann cannot get that through her fucking brain.
Because she's smart, and having an attorney isn't the same thing as having a case or winning a case. And even if it's guaranteed, right? Even if any lawyer looks and goes, yep, after we spend $500,000 in court, those trademarks will be yours. Where are you going to get the $200,000, $300,000 from? So that you can basically buy through the court system trademarks. You live in the most litigious country where this is actually part of business. There's people, this is not what Carrie Ann did in any way, but there's people who go around buying up trademarks and buying up domain names just for the legal process, breaking patents, buying patents, just for risk and how much can I gain off of this, right? Just financial, not for justice, not because someone was a bully, just because they forgot to buy their trademarks. And now, hey, I own it. Do you have $100,000 to pay me? There's another Allie who wants to start a cult. She has $100,000 to pay me. I'm selling it to her. Are there any Allies who want to start a cult? Carrie Ann could sell it to them for $5. Could make a loss at it, right? You don't seem to understand the difference between a civil, legal, money, you know? Having a trademark attorney and paying that trademark attorney to tell you you have a case that they're going to charge you by the hour for, they have an vested interest in having that case take as long. I'd like to see if you can find any lawyer who takes it on. I can't remember what the other term is either, where they're paid after. On speculation, maybe? Like that.
Please sue me. I fucking do it.
Talk about that. It's funny how it always.
The most insulting thing is I've worked 2 years to build a platform, a very.
She's about to tell us she worked 16 hours a day. Great. How much of that time was spent doing any kind of education or helping? And how much was spent pretending you were like, yes, people, I'm absolutely certain people are in your DMs telling you they saved your life and they miss you and you were very helpful to them. If you weren't there, someone else would have found them. Someone else would have helped them. They might have been better at it. They probably would have, because I can't imagine they'd be worse at it. You are horrible for your followers' mental health. You don't take criticism. You don't. You're showcasing how to go on a narcissistic destruction campaign, both trying to destroy other people, but you're really just destroying yourself. Oh my God.
Very serious platform that was just starting to monetize, just starting to make me money. That's how long it takes.
It takes 2 years of bullying people and going after large creators and attacking person after person after person to get to 500,000 followers when you just start to monetize. And then it comes back and bites you in the ass, called karma, because you went after person after person after person after person. And there's a clear pattern. Maybe next time you've spent 2 years building something, you'll build it on a foundation of like love or community or something that is a truth, something that isn't so easily destroyed. Buy your own trademarks. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Because the truth is, if she had bought her trademarks, TikTok was never going to deplatform her with her 500,000 followers because TikTok loved her. She was a little drama tea kettle for everyone. Just start steaming tea everywhere. Yay! That was great for them.
Right? For things to happen on the internet, and especially on TikTok. And someone who has 6,000 followers and has no fucking idea what it's like to go viral every 2 weeks and deal with all the comments and like Carrie Ann literally excuse me. That's the marijuana, baby. I've been smoking joints because I want to like film videos and I need to stop because I hate them. and it's making me cough differently. But I only like the vape. I need like a cool way to smoke the vape. Like the bag isn't, I like how it looks smoking a joint.
Are you actually, I'm sorry, by all means, still be a marijuana influencer, but are you literally saying the reason you are smoking a joint instead of vaping is because of how it looks on camera? And you want to be able to smoke on camera? It's an interesting choice.
I get so fucked up during stories. Like I go all over the place. Anyways, what's so fucked up is Carrie Ann has 6,000 followers. Roxy had 6,000 followers when we started talking, and who else? Aquarium Music, which like you guys do not fucking understand what it's actually.
I can't believe this really? So I went after smaller creators. They didn't even give me the same benefit as like when I went after Alex Serves Tea or Quantum Shifting, because I did not get the virality. Like, why even did I attack them? Do they not know what a gift it was to be attacked by me? They don't even know how hard it is to be me. I have to start cults and run cults and do comments and spend 16 hours a day bullying people? It's hard. This isn't, because this is just me doing this, okay? I'm not bullying anyone. She feels bullied by me. Feeling bullied and being bullied are two separate things. Especially as adults, we can look at the actual criteria. I'm telling you the harm your actions have caused. The legality of what you're doing, that your parents technological glitches. All right, let's go. Watch tomorrow.
To have a following, you don't know. It's so insulting. She was like, everyone has told me, Sam, Aquarium Music Witch, Roxy, they're like, get a job.
Really? Everyone, maybe get a job. If you need money, don't have it come through bullying people, because that's not a job.
Like, you don't do anything. You haven't, excuse me, I was working like 16-hour days on TikTok the last 2 years. I don't care if that doesn't feel like, they have been so insulting about that.
As you can tell from her own YouTube content, that was your addiction. That wasn't you working, that was an addiction. Both to the causing the drama and being the influencer side, and the scrolling, like being on TikTok side, I assume as well, but you, by your own admission, were addicted to all of that. So, indulging in your addiction for 16 hours a day is not, what's the impact? How much money are you actually making, and how much does that cost? How many externalities are there? A lot. You being a bully, everyone's mental health, everyone's physical health. Also, Allie can not get a job and probably not even make minimum wage at being an influencer, especially if you're putting in 16 hours a day. Let me just whip up what that would be for you, okay? 5 days a week, right? We're assuming.
And just because she has money, she was able to control what I did in some weird fucked up way. I want us all to start bombing TikTok with emails. We have so much proof. I want my accounts back. Like, absolutely not. If it's this easy to trick the system, it's this easy to trick it back.
Allie, Again, you're fundamentally misunderstanding. You don't own the trademark. Allie starts a cult and conversations with Allie, both of which your TikTok accounts are under. You own the copyright for the material that you didn't back up, but you do not own. So in order to get TikTok, a company, to reinstate those, you would need legal proceedings. You need to own the trademarks, which costs hundreds of thousands of dollars and years in court. Have fun. Or by all means, everyone, email. That's a lot of wasted effort.
I will post a link where you can go back to a feedback page. I'll figure out how to post it here. I'm so bad with computers, but like in links and stuff. But I will figure out a way to post it, and I'll give you guys other ways to contact TikTok. Or if you go to like report a problem, you should be able to fill out like a feedback form. I don't know how they do it now. But will you guys bomb TikTok with some emails? If it's not gonna get banned, yeah, let's get my accounts back. Like, I don't want to post there all the time, but that's absolutely fucking insane that Carrie Ann feels like she just gets to like take my life. I asked her that today. I was like, that was 2 years of my life. She was like, you need to be doing something else. Oh, okay.
Or you could listen. Hey?
It's like to actually deal with that much pressure and build a someone who has no idea what it's like to actually deal with that much pressure and build a platform. And
you're right. The autistic people have no idea what the pressure is like. The autistic mothers have no idea what it must be like to have any kind of stress or issues, while also trying to go after a bully. Right. Now, it's not the same thing. It's not having a platform of cult followers. You're right. Don't understand what that's like.
Have these like crazy things happen. Like all of a sudden I started calling out New Age spirituality. She just gets to decide. She was like, well, I know it's hard for you to handle, but like this is how the world works. Like people with money just get to bully others. She's like, don't let a piece of paper get you down. She was like, and she sent me a link for free therapy. We ride at dawn. We ride at dawn.
I apologize. My mouth is full. I'm trying to self-care while recording. We ride at dawn because she had the audacity to offer a link to free therapy, which could actually help me. The audacity. Where's the pitchforks?
And I said, you took a safe space for me and other people. And she said, yeah, no, you like, it's my.
I'm trying to wait to eat the salad till after. I don't remember what it said. Safe space. Your platform is not a safe space. Not for anyone, not for you. You misunderstand that it's a safe. They're like, I can put myself on the internet. It can be a safe space. How? Unless it's private and you have like your 12 closest friends there, and they know what's your your sore spots to not critique, no critiquing, right, whatsoever, because Allie takes that as hate speech against her. Hate videos. So I forgot where I was.
And I said, you took a safe space for me.
The safe space. You definitely are not a safe space for anybody else that is your followers, because you block them in a heartbeat if they even question you. We have it. I have it on the lives when someone was like, if you don't want her here, why don't you block her? I won't have you tell me what to do. I blocked her so many times. You mean 0 times on Instagram? 0. Yeah. And now one. Didn't help though, did it?
And other people, and she said, yeah, no, you, like, it's mine. Like, she, like, that is, I don't understand, like, what, like, in what fucking, oh, only in an abuser's reality does that make sense. Like, I'm not trying to get revenge. This is wrong. This isn't like,
Okay, Allie, this is where you pretending you have autism is hurting you. A sense of justice is about other people. When it's about you and you're not in touch with reality and you have that narcissistic wound that you're going to go after on repeat. We'll get that one up for you so you can listen to yourself about Samara, okay? At the end of this, because we already got stuff up, but it's probably just going to pop up because I'm going to get ready, but
like an eye for an eye. Like, this woman and Samara Granovsky and Roxy and AMW are all actually dangerous people, right? And none of them can tell me what I actually did wrong. That makes me feel crazy. Like, what did I actually do? That's the whole point. That's why nobody's been able to sue me.
oh my God, every time. Do you do this every time you lie? I was told you do this every time you lie. Maybe. I have stuff all over my face. You definitely can. I have no tells unless it's my nervous system. It's actually telling. I don't know. I'm like constantly itchy everywhere. However, what the fuck did you even just say? Get the fuck ready. I'm a new person. What you did wrong. You bullied and hurt and harmed and harassed and stalked person after person after person. You got CPS called. You got the police called. You called places of employment. You went after autistic creator after autistic creator. No matter how many times people told you to stop Allie bad, you were like, why do you hate me? Why can't I manifest my own bullying platform, everybody?
Me. And now I'm the one in control here. And they think that because they took my platforms that what I'm gonna like cower down. You just made me so much fucking crazier. Let's fucking go, baby. You want to call me crazy? You want to say I'm not worth anything? You want to say that like you get to take what I built? Get fucking ready.
These are the ones that are neutral.
Mm-hmm.
No bullying. Look at this, Allie. 2 pieces of content, no bullying. Amazing.
Also, I want my fucking content back. Like, I'm sorry, Carrie.
Then you should have backed it up when she warned you. You should have backed it up all along the way, says the person who does not back shit up.
And you just think it's fine to just take 2 years of someone's content, no matter what it is. You just get to take 2 years of my life. TikTok won't send it to me. They haven't texted to me. They haven't emailed it to me. What did you do? She still hasn't even explained what she did. She says she bought my trademarks legally. Okay, well, it's not okay to threaten someone first and do it with ill intent and use my whole fucking name and then steal 2 years of my content. Where the fuck is my content? And TikTok, how I know nobody watches these from TikTok, but like, are you kidding me? This woman just bought trademarks with my TikTok usernames and sent it in enough that she was able to convince them that certain pieces of content weren't mine, and now I just don't have them. In what? No. And Carrie Ann was like, you just need to like move on, you know? She was like, maybe you should go journal about it, learn to regulate. The way I wanted to reach through that phone, like,
You should journal and you should learn to regulate. It's that or hundreds of thousands of dollars to get back something that is not worth it, because you're not going to get your content. You might get the followers after hundreds of thousands of dollars. They probably won't even be there, the followers.
If someone told me like, hey, you pushed me to the point that I almost no. And Carrie Ann was like, you just need to like move on, you know. She was like, maybe you should go journal about it, learn to regulate. The way I wanted to reach through that phone, like if someone told me like, hey, you pushed me to the point that I almost took my life, like I would be on the
No, you wouldn't, because again, because you're a narcissist, someone would have to be like, Allie, I'm so upset that I'm going to take Allie's life. You'd be like, oh my God, no! You know? Because no one else exists to you. So no one else's mental health is important to you. No one else's physical health is important to you, or their life in general. You do not have sympathy and compassion for others. I don't even think you have it for your parents, clearly. You're going to lose your parents' home.
floor. No one has ever said that to me. No one has ever reached out to me and said, Allie, like, you've
Tons of people have been in autistic meltdown and been like, please stop. And you continually bullied them and went after them, Allie. People need to write you a suicide note and be like, I'm going to kill myself at this time if you don't stop. Like, what letter? Was there a form letter someone could fill out and send you? Keep saying no one cares. It's like, they don't care. We called, people called. I didn't call. That sounds like a phone call across borders, but called mental health check because you posted the most worrying Instagram. It was basically a suicide note. Or a cry for attention, depending on, Either way, it was a cry that needed to be answered. Meanwhile, she's like, you guys call wellness checks? How dare you? You guys don't care that I was going to die? How dare you? You guys don't stop the internet because I had a bad day? How dare you? Everything this woman does. Just centered on Allie. Only about Allie.
seriously hurt me like that. They haven't. People have made videos about me complaining. And when people told me like, hey, what if Alex like gets pushed over the edge by you talking about her? I stopped talking about her.
Was that before or after the 2 different specials you made on YouTube? And then also, let's be clear, you also went after her on Instagram when she tried to warn people when you came onto Instagram. You still went after her. Now, did she go after you first on Instagram? Maybe, but you didn't stop going after Alex Serves Tea at any point in time. Yeah, that little piece of gold at the end of the first Alex Serves Tea on YouTube, where you say that you should be Alex Serves Tea's therapist. You can't think of anyone better to send Alex Serves Tea to, and she's absolutely like, and she's not joking. There's no humor there. I mean, there's humor. She's laughing and joking, but not about that. She's not even saying she's going to go to school and become a therapist. She's literally just like, give me some clients. Where do I get money? Well, claiming that she's not a therapist, right? This is like, oh, you couldn't write this. Only Allie can. Her own narcissistic supply way.
When Alex Serves Tea lost her fucking main account, her 1.2 million followers, I was quiet. And I hadn't even talked about.
Why do I highly doubt that? Do I highly doubt that she was quiet when Alex Serves Tea? I don't know when or how that happened. Allie's not quiet at anything. I highly doubt that.
About her in quite a while. I actually care if people get hurt. Like, what do I do in this situation? This is fucking bonkers. Not back down.
So, right, when you're like, Oh, no, cancel. Not that. This is the one we want to get rid of. Boop. Anything but back down. So what you're saying is you have no idea what to do that isn't you. Like, stop the tantrum. Go journal. Go get therapy. Go get real legal advice. Not from someone you're going to pay per hour on a trademark issue that they're going to have incentive, right? To keep getting paid for it by you per hour. Your parents going to lose their house. It's going to watch one more, which is her telling on herself about Samara. Because again, she just said it, right? Anything but give up. You already lost, Allie. Anything else is going to be hundreds of thousands of dollars you don't have. To get trademarks, where the only content you're going to be able to keep is what you already have. Your YouTube and your Instagram. Because TikTok's long gone. I mean, it's maybe not. Now, if you got it back today, you might be able to get that content. However, you're not getting it back today. It's going to take years in court. All of that's going to be long gone by then. Long gone. Listen to yourself, but hear it about you instead of Samara, okay? Narcissistic wound will not stop. Well, no, Samara is being a horrible friend to AMW and Sam and everyone else in this, right? We can see it in the texts. Samara is not a great person. Doesn't make Allie a good person. No, it does not.
For this text. Okay, so here is Samara Granovsky, the TikTok stalker, admitting that she got into my inner circle of people and turned them against me. How does someone get this diabolical? I don't get it. Was this your plan? Yes, make her attack her own people and leave me the fuck alone. When was I bothering you, Sam? I didn't bother you. That's what's so weird is she created, that's what's so scary. And that's what happened.
I was like, where's the tab to stop? It's in here. It's a video file. Yeah, you did bother her. However, maybe this was all Samara's idea from the very beginning, that she got Allie as a client and planned all of this. Who knows, right? However, did she make you make a woman's death into a circus? Did she make you be horrible to your friends? Did she make you be horrible to your followers? Did she make you be horrible to the entire internet or autistic creator after autistic creator? Did she make you bully, harm, and harass people? Did she make you run around the drama triangle hurting everybody? Did she? I don't remember that. That's not my version.
Happens with malignant narcissists. Again, I'm not a professional, but I've been researching this and it makes so much sense. You give them a serious narcissistic injury, and this is one of the tenets of malignant narcissism, is like they want vengeance for something that is just not necessary. Like I fired her and she decides she wants to ruin my life. Like, why? Like that's a normal human interaction. And she believes that I'm like bothering her. How is that possible? How do you convince yourself of that? But then Aquarius,
like, this is the listen, you can't at the same time say you believe Samara about AMW or believe her about all the things you want to believe her on and not the things you don't want to believe her on. She did not make that woman's death into a circus. She did not go and harm and bully autistic creator after autistic creator. At least not publicly on a platform, right? She kind of did it by love bombing and doing other things that was somewhat worse for their mental health. Not a fan of Samara. Not a fan of your past client. However, my reevaluation of everything, knowing that Samara is an issue, does not change everything you did, Allie. Does not change you needed to be off of TikTok. You are a danger for a following. And a following is dangerous for you. And you're continually looking to pursue it as dangerous for your family. All right. So I will be back in probably an hour or so. Maybe even less. See you then. My house is getting clean.